We're live.
Hey, welcome!
Okay, this is, if you haven't heard, well, this is Frank Wu, everyone. We're going to take a look at his webpage today.
This is the Wu of Wu.
We are joined
Graphic design.
We're joined by special guest, Squirrely Jack.
Hello.
Hey, if you don't know, Squirrely Jack is the author of the Blacks and Jacks webcomic and also the creator of the concept of Modern Bubsy.
And I do terrible, terrible, terrible things.
Oh, do explain.
Well,
Please don't.
You already said it.
That's not so terrible.
It's very, very, very terrible.
What?
Anyway, let me open the stream link so I can actually see what you all are doing.
Oh yeah, let me get you the webpage so you can follow along with me.
Are we on...
FrankWoo.com. Hey, Lindsay. Oh, make sure you tweet out the stream link.
So since we're here, let's take bets on who kills himself first.
I'm back.
Alright, let's...
I got myself a chicken little sandwich, a soda, and I'm ready for this shit.
Revolution
We're already
60.
streaming.
I've got the fucking cocaine, the LSD, the weed to calm down after all that, the acid to wake up again.
Did you remember the crocodile?
I only really need the Ritalin to calm down and focus when we get to the fucking awfulness that will be Frank Wu or whatever, and then I'm good.
Templar, did you remember the crocodile?
Hell no, sir. I might as well just be slamming gasoline into my veins if I'm taking the crocodile.
Wait.
We're not even 5 minutes into this and I've already found pure cancer.
Where are you at?
Okay,
Oh, wow.
Scroll down, you're gonna... Yeah,
Amazing
The top right
stories.
I'm seeing... In the top right corner, I'm seeing some bird thing and the blonde chick from Revolution 60 there. Yeah.
Yep.
Graphic
All
design
love
is my
dinosaurs.
passion.
All love dinosaurs. Spice kids
Are they about
around
to-
them.
You know, what's even weird is the giant cannon thing in the background.
So, does this mean
Like-
that... maybe I'm wrong, but does this mean that Brianna Wu's... that the blonde chick is meant to represent Brianna Wu and that bird thing is Frank Wu's persona? Or
I'd
persona
rather
or
not
whatever.
think about it.
I think it's more of they're getting ready to do something over there.
Frank Wu confirmed
Yeah, what they're
for
getting ready
Featherfag.
to do. No. What they're getting ready to do is they're getting ready to masturbate to the thought of all the Rule 34 that Revolution 60 is going to generate.
Oh, look,
That's-
did you know
and
something
then
about
Or
the
lack
dinosaurs?
thereof.
Now, that's actually against the terms of service of Revolution 60 to steal their assets and use it for Rule 34. There's a specific clause in there against doing that.
Yeah, but
Good
it
luck
doesn't mean
stopping
anything.
the collector.
Or they want to... No. See, they want to draw it themselves and sell it.
Oh!
Did you notice something about this picture that we're seeing in the stream?
Mm,
Those dinosaurs are on ice skates.
yeah.
Yes.
They're wearing
Yep.
Santa hats, and one's wearing a tutu, and one has a scarf.
And they are
question is
skating
why?
around a giant train gun. Is it a train or is it a tank? I think it's,
It's
a tank.
It's
Tank.
a giant tank cannon. I mentioned that a second ago. It's very poorly designed too.
Yeah,
I
the
don't think
snow-
anything like that would be able to function.
The snow, all the snow on it really makes it hard to see what it is. But anything
No, really. Koda's exactly right. It would never function. It's too big. That's why railway guns we got away from them. We stopped using them.
Oh my
Anyway,
god.
should I keep going? Oh wait, hold on.
Yes.
There's actually, hold on.
The
Actually,
production of
Here's
Jurassic
the-
Park on ice is
oh
great.
right, he took. Yeah, here's the tank. That's what this thing is. So there you go.
Amazing stories.
Oh, I
We
see.
have
We're only taking a
tanks.
snippet of it.
Oh.
Frank Wu cover art for Amazing Stories magazine when Steve Davidson relaunched Amazing AMZ. He granted me a dream of a lifetime to do the cover for the relaunch. He wanted me to do a riff on the first ever AMZ cover from 1926 by the immortal Frank R. Paul. Paul was one of the great. Paul is, of course, a hero to me. I also run the official Frank R. Paul website.
Giant
Oh, I
laser
see. It's a
tank.
parody of Monkeys on Ice.
Huh. No.
Okay, if you showed me, if I had read Amazing Stories, like let's say that I owned it back, or let's say someone gave it to me as a child, they had an old issue lying around, whatever, and I read it a ton of time, a million times, and then you showed me the parody of it. I would not know that that was a parody of it unless you told me. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, look at this. Like, this is like a very, very obviously alien planet. And then Frank would just took a picture of Saturn
Guys.
and just photoshopped it on the
Live.
cover.
Oh,
Hey, Grim,
that's why y'all
we're
moving me?
streaming.
What do you want?
Never mind.
We were
I was
having a
just saying.
conversation.
I was just saying how the fucking final stage of Shantae. I was too busy trying to beat it because it was so fucking sadistically hard. Oh god, that was the hardest thing I've ever done in a while.
So apparently that's how you derail a topic.
So, Grim, by the way, say hi to Squirrel.
Get out!
Hi, Squirrely Jack.
okay, let's take
Howdy,
a look at some
partner.
of his,
Howdy.
spaceship designs. He didn't do the characters. That was Brianna, but apparently he did do these spaceship designs. So, what do you guys think of this? Like,
Actually,
Wait,
I
it's
have
just-
one problem with Frank so far. The
Oh,
fact
which-
that he's a 4-time Hugo Award winner so far, according to the
give me a link?
website.
Alright, I'll say
I'm
this
trying to
though.
figure out what gallery you're on. Hold on.
The meshes.
okay, how about this? I'll start with the first one, and I'll just keep hitting right. And then I'll just say next, and then there you go. You can all just move.
You know what, that works.
Alright, so the meshwork on the spaceship designs that he's made is actually not bad. The problem is that the texture mapping, the normal mapping, the specular mapping, pretty much everything that has to do with modern graphics is just off the mark by a fucking country mile. It looks like really, really bad CG from, I don't know, Reboot or something. Like when it has like all the technology, but it's rebooted by someone like with Ball.
Yeah.
Didn't they do like this kind of thing on the Amiga for Battlestar Galactica? No, not Battlestar Galactica. Babylon 5.
Babylon 5 CG looks better than this.
Was
Thing
it just
looks
the
like
pi-
it was released on the Dreamcast.
Wasn't it just was it just the pilot of Babylon 5 that used an Amiga, or did all of it use an Amiga?
I
To
don't
be
know.
honest, we all know that it was animated on Harlan Ellison's hatred for
Yeah, I got it.
humanity.
I gotta read it. I don't know what to think about this. The entire space station in the film 2001 rotated to generate artificial gravity. It turns out, though, that you don't need to rotate the entire station. You can just rotate the individual rings. You could spin the rings at different speeds to generate different levels of gravity, which would be useful if you had aliens from different sized planets. We don't actually have aliens in Revolution 60 universe, but we do spin the rings ever so slightly different speeds. This is because we want to create a small imbalance in stability that generates extra gravitons and gravitinos. What? Is gravitino
Is that
actually a word?
Is that
It's
some
a
sort
Let
of
me
pizza
pasta?
brand.
look.
Is that
I'm
some
more
sort
like-
of Italian
So-
dish or something?
from Gravitinos. We don't deliver.
Gravitinos. I'm looking this up just to confirm.
Yeah,
This
go.
sounds.
Let me do the reading. In supergravity theories combining general relativity and supersymmetry, the gravitino is the gauge of fermion supersymmetric partner of the hypothesized graviton. It has been suggested as a candidate for dark matter. If it exists, it is a fermion of spin 3 halves, and therefore obeys the Rarita-Schwinger equation. The gravitino field is conventionally written as a bunch of Greek letters. with
Stop. There's too
It's
much
Gravitino's
theoretical.
rules.
There's
Okay,
too
can I
much
say-
theoretical fucking physics here. I'll summarize it as fucking magic fucking space rings, man.
Here's what I also have to say.
Mamma mia, that's some Gravitinos.
When pizza's on the Gravitino, you can eat pizza anywhere.
But
Okay, I gotta
I
say,
think there's wait. There's something even more fundamentally wrong with this. So the graviton is the elementary. It's a hypothetical elementary particle that mediates the force of gravitation. Here's the thing, though. Gravitation is a direct result of mass. If you're spinning in order to generate the sensation of gravity, you're going to generate the sensation of gravity through centrifugal force. I'm probably saying the wrong thing.
This is what it is. The rotation generates gravity based on torque, from what I remember.
Uh-huh.
But that's
But
not,
you did have
still
the term
not
right. It is
gravity based
centrifugal
on
force.
mass. That is
Also,
so. Would it
QQ,
still
slight
create
correction.
gravitons?
Actually, slight correction there, QQ. Gravity is basically an effect of energy, not mass.
Oh yeah. I'm
Are we really
I'm-
You're
A
a
few
bad,
physics
bad,
class-
bad puka, and you need to go to the
I'm a
corner
few
and think
physics
about what you
classes.
did.
Too simple right now. If you go on long enough, yes, you will eventually learn that. But if you just do your Newtonian stuff, then yeah.
Who needs anything
problem
else
is,
but
though,
Newtonianism?
We're talking about gravitons and gravitino pizzas.
And
I don't think
graviolis.
Newtonian physics apply anymore here.
That's true.
But no matter what we say, though, it's pretty damn clear Frank Wu has no fucking clue what he's talking about either, so it don't matter. Because it gets even stupider if you read on.
Chef Boyardee's Gravitino
Okay.
Rollies.
That sounds delicious. Could I have a can of those?
Yes,
Anyway,
graviolis.
moving on.
That's what I meant
The
to say.
excess gravitons will, in the words of fake Uwe power your weapons and lead you to their central weakness. There are emitters on the bottom of Holiday's boots which shoot out anti-gravitons. When he needs to jump higher, and the gravitons she needs to stick to a surface at a weird angle in 0G. Her motorcycle has a rotating wheel which emits gravitons to stick to the road in front, and as it rotates, anti-gravitons to push her off at added speed.
Well,
You
you
know
sound
what's
so
sad?
entertained reading.
Can I
what's
just
the-
stop that
Gotta
right
go
there
fast.
and just fucking go like this? This design would not work, and you'd more likely than not shoot the fucker and motorcycle and individual off into fucking space if you actually built something like this.
Uh-huh.
Like,
So-
Jesus Christ, Wu, learn at least some basics of what graviton theory entails, you fucking dipshit.
Also, like, this technology has been, he is overthinking this technology. It would have been just more simple to say, well, it's magnetic, because the ship is made of magnets, so she has boots that let her stick to surfaces like, a fly in the wall. There, problem solved.
Why does the space station look like
Magnets,
it's made
how
of
the fuck
granite?
do they work?
Alternatively, just say the boots have an adhesive substance or do techno-babble bullshit. This is retardation. But once again, it's kind of proof that you don't, in fact, have to understand science to write science fiction. You just need to understand science to write good science fiction.
Now, you asked why the spaceship looks like it's made out of granite. And the reason why is because this is the most bizarre texture work. This is really unusual. Like, look at that. There's complete resolution mismatch. Look at the look at the floor texture, and compare it to the wall texture, and then compare the wall texture to the other wall texture.
It was
complete-
built
Yeah,
by
it's
the
horrible.
wolves
Hey,
from Bubsy
you're forgetting the
3D.
most important part. The texture that they use for the vents is the same texture they use for one of the characters' eyes.
What?
Wow.
See,
All I
that's a
can
character.
really say... Hold on. go
That
ahead.
character in the background you see at the front of the website of the cover of Revolution 60, that's the one with the checkerboard shirt.
Oh,
That's her eyes, and that's the texture that they use for the vents.
Wow.
What?
Oh my god, you're not wrong.
Eh.
I found that out
Yeah.
early days of GG.
But yeah, I can summarize the whole fucking look of this in one fucking simple way that I know how. I've seen... You remember those free Wild Tangent games that often came on new fucking XP computers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those games look... The ones that were 3D look better than this shit.
Also,
Okay.
they were better games.
What would a platform
Yeah, but
game
that's
be
beside
without
the point.
platforms?
But yeah,
Are
like
you
this whole
sure
thing kind of betrays the fact that they have no fucking idea how to do PBR or even HDR specular rendering. Because all of that looks like they were made in fucking 1998.
Squirrely Jack, are you sure that you wasn't the voice actor for Bugsy 3D? And that's why you have a fondness
That's a
for
well-guarded secret.
No, what it is Squirrely Jack doesn't want to admit the amount of dick she had to suck to get that role.
Anyway,
Oh my.
moving on.
I'm kind of wondering why they chose to call the control room
Okay.
CNC.
Okay, next page by about 2.
It stands
Actually,
for
no,
cut
no,
and
no,
clip.
no.
Well,
Let's
wait,
stick-
we're not-
let's stick to the
move
bottom.
on, I kind of want to look at this fucking laser AK-47
That's
and
exactly
just
what I
say,
was gonna say. Scroll on down to the
what?
bottom.
Which one?
You scroll down to the bottom of that
The-
page and show the rifle.
Okay.
AKB-93, a laser-firing stabity variant of the AK-47.
Also notice there's no trigger.
Stabity is not a fucking word.
Also, I should point out that the design of the stock kind of guarantees that it's not an AK-47 variant, but an AK-74 variant.
And I just want to say that it's a stock that looks tarded.
It's not a
But then
variant
again,
of anything.
this is the problem.
It's a variant
Why
of a
would you
battle
design?
axe.
But no. What I want to get at here is, if it's a laser rifle, there's no recoil, so all this extra doohickey shit you see on it that's there, more or less to deal with the fact that conventional firearms have this little thing called recoil, is completely unnecessary.
Okay,
But it
should we
looks
give it?
cool.
Also
Should we give
notice
it
the magazine.
the federal assault weapons ban check? Would this be legal under the federal assault weapons ban? It has a bayonet.
my
Yeah, pretty sure it
Does
would be
that
because it
stock
doesn't have a
look-
magazine.
Does that stock look like it folds or retracts?
Oh,
I
It
don't
looks
think
like
so.
it folds.
Okay, well then, is that thing underneath the scope a pistol grip?
Yes.
Then it is illegal under the assault weapons ban because it has two or more of the banned features.
Actually,
And
it's a
I would just
vertical
like
grip.
to know another thing.
That
Why
moment of
the
silence.
fuck? Why the fuck is the scope placed so far forward on this thing? Like,
Yeah, I mentioned that
I'll
earlier.
admit, I kind of don't remember where the scope on an AK is situated, but I'm pretty sure it's not that far fucking forward.
Yeah, the
even
scope
with
is
reflex
supposed to go
sights.
over the trigger, like position over the trigger,
Well-
so that when you rest your cheek on the rear of the rifle, your eye would be right up on the scope.
Actually, the iron side of an AK-47 is a little more farther forward than where a scope would go, but it's not that far
Yeah,
forward.
how would you use that thing?
Yeah,
Very
Well, that's
also
sort of
should
what
point
I'm
out-
getting at.
Extendo
Even
eyes.
with like, it's too far forward, even for like something like a reflex sight. Even that
All right.
needs to be situated kind of far back.
Let's give it the benefit, though.
It's for people with glasses.
Let's apply rule of cool, right? Because if you go
This
with a certain
looks
style of
stupid.
science
Hold on.
fiction, it
QQ,
doesn't matter if
QQ.
it works or not. It's whether it looks cool or not.
Okay, well then you're wrong because it looks like
but
ass.
it looks stupid.
What? You don't think that this
I'm
is the
not-
most awesome looking thing?
No.
Dude, let me put it
Not
this
really.
way. They have taken a fucking exaggerated Final Fantasy punching dagger, glued it to the barrel of an AK, like fucked around with the receiver, messed up the stock, shifted the scope forward a bit, and then you've got an AK. And I would just like to add a
That's-
further thing.
There's no
One
way
more
to
thing-
turn that into an AK-47.
One more thing I want to point out. The scope is on backwards. You see the front of the scope, right? That looks like the bit where you put your eye next to it.
Oh my god, I actually did
That's
not
so
notice
dumb.
that at first, but god fucking damn it, Val. And I would
The
just
scope-
like to add, is the fucking mag supposed to be the battery for this? Because I can't imagine
that's
you
what I
would
wanna
need
know.
bullets for the fucking laser. And in that case,
Laser
why the
bullets.
fuck would you even bother equipping the fucking curved mag of the AK for this if you don't really have to?
Why is the foregrip shaped so weird? Why is there no trigger? It's just, it's bad.
I would just like to add another thing. Why the fuck does the fucking barrel have a double fucking bayonet setup? I cannot think
Because
of any
they
firearm,
love
even in
Final Fantasy
antiquity,
VIII.
that
There.
had something like this.
They
Because
were
they
fans
played
of
too
Final
much
Fantasy
Halo.
VIII. They played Final Fantasy VIII way too much. They loved the gunblade.
Oh god.
I was thinking Halo's energy sword, but okay.
But you get what I'm getting at. There's no way that thing would be practical in a close quarters combat situation.
Well, look at the... Okay, scroll back up to the previous image and look at the giant yellow testicle on the main character's head. This is the game we're talking about here.
It's like the
I
Avatar: The
know,
Last
but
Airbender movie.
but my K autism demands that I need to look at this rifle from the K autism perspective.
And now I give you more
Horrible.
autism because I pointed out that the scope is on backwards.
No shit. But yeah, too long did not read. Whoever designed this gun seriously needs to look at a picture of an
Frank
AK
Wu.
before they do it.
I
What other
guess
details?
I don't
he
care
did it.
who did it. This is
I guess-
terrible.
I have a theory. I have a theory as to why he has to look at a gun reference to design this gun. Because even being near a picture of a gun triggers him.
Oh, hi.
That's why it has no trigger.
Oh, there we go. Anyway, we done.
Hey,
We done with
oh
this?
no,
Yes.
one more little thing. Notice how they ripped off Deus Ex Human Revolution and painted everything yellow?
Ta!
Thank you. Stop how
Oh,
they
wow.
noticed it.
Yellow stands for piss.
Which is exactly
By the
what this
way-
game is.
We are joined by Rebecca Gunn in chat. The following, Rebecca Gunn points out that the iOS screens look so much better than the remake. To which Raindrops replies, "A turd's a turd, though. They both look terrible," and Rebecca Gunn agrees. Well, yes, polishing turds and all that.
That's nice.
Alright, let's move on.
You do that, I need to step away for just a moment.
He needs to step away from the mic to breathe in.
Breathe
Oh
in
wait,
the
the
puka.
next one is the Amazing Magazine.
I think the bet on
Right.
who kills himself first is down to me and Templar. I think everyone else is actually having fun with this.
All right.
I don't even
I'm not
know.
having fun with this, but I
This is not fun. This is
I-
just the beginnings of hell. You don't
gotta-
know the depths we will descend into before the end of this.
I have to
face, ooze
I have to be devil's advocate here, or Frank Wu's advocate for your standard pulp science fiction cover. I don't think that this is that bad. I think it's pretty decent.
This fucking Earth 2 prison planet thing, it's meh. I think the fucking ship's green in the foreground really ruins it, but everything else is fine.
Yeah, the color composition is very questionable. Like, we have really dominant reds in this cover, and then it's basically, you know, clashed by the dominant greens and the dominant cyans of that blimp in the background.
Contrasting colors
And-
aren't always bad. What I want to know is why do you have a highly advanced spaceship and then this steampunk-looking pill bug thing at the bottom?
I know, but here's the thing, though. The thing about color composition is that it's generally a good idea to focus on either one or two dominant primary colors
But
on the
is not
spectrum,
in no way
and not
required.
three. Because, like, you see the blue blimp in the background, right? It does not mix in with the reds of the rest of the cover because it doesn't seem to have any reflections that reflect the fact that this blimp is part of the world. It looks like it is just copy pasted into the picture with no thought put into it.
Sorry, I had to.
And I'll just point out that, like, the
the
ship
mic
in
to
the
breathe in.
foreground, like the thing with the green all over it, I just can't shake the feeling that it looks like it's CG or some shit.
Oh, and here's a mindfuck. That ship looks like it's in the foreground, but look at the mountain on the left and see how it clips in front of the back of the ship.
Now you
Wait.
mentioned CG. It might be because that other thing he actually made a model in another program and used it to take
For
a
the
picture
huge
of it.
cannon, yeah.
Yeah, that one was done to 3D model.
And
should make
it
a
looks
QQ
ugly
3D model.
still.
Please.
It's actually really hard to model some body types. I think mine would be one of them.
I don't know. I'm getting pretty okay at modeling.
Pretty sure there's not a body type for shrimp tier manlet.
Yeah, well, that's the issue. I could end up looking like a Bratz doll.
Actually,
Wow.
it'd be easy to model QQ. All you have to do is start with a pear model and extrude from there.
And don't forget to give him an italicized head.
That
Which
is
one?
if you want the Revolution 60 effect.
Please.
I still can't see this italicized head thing. What is this? I keep hearing about.
Well, if you look at the characters in Revolution 60 from the profile view, it looks like their heads are italicized because it's like the back of their head is shifted backwards and the front is like shifted forward and it looks slanted, like it's italicized.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It
I'm
looked
gonna
like they
have
tried
to-
too hard to do an anime
Hey,
look.
if you notice, this is for
Oh.
Exactly.
Paul Joseph. Did you notice this picture is for Paul Joseph Watson? This says Chris Plant right there.
You're shitting me.
It says Chris Plant right there.
Oh!
Wow. Oh boy.
Such
Anyway,
a big
any other
ship.
thoughts before I move on?
One more
Nope.
thing, like you know those huge green glowing lights on the ship, on the giant, spaceship.
hmm
It does not create any ambient lighting on the rest of the picture, so it just looks out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that would
the
definitely help.
The question then is, since this is behind the mountain, is this just an absolutely massive ship?
I think
It looks
that's what
like
it's
In the
it.
known for.
mountains.
This is
Wait,
either
doesn't-
a fucking mountain that is like a paper diorama from Paper Mario, or this is a ship that's got weird fucked up proportions.
I'm
Yeah, the
gonna go
mountain
with
does
both.
look really flat.
All right, because the mountain is being lit up from behind, and yet the ship is occluding the mountain lighting source, and yet it's not creating shadows on that mountain. That's why it looks so flat.
So,
It
So
just
how-
looks awful.
how's this guy a 4-time Hugo Award winner artist?
Because the Hugo Awards don't matter.
Nepotism.
No,
Anyway,
let's get it right,
hold on.
Rain. It's because no one has
Fix it.
talent anyway, so anyone who actually remembers the basics of color contrast is the one who automatically wins.
But yeah, Rebecca in the chat says, if it was behind, isn't the back of the ship going to crash? Because it isn't going to clear Shirley.
Okay, next page.
Yes!
So many
It
things
is going
wrong.
to crash.
So many things wrong with this picture. Oh
That's
my
gonna
god.
crash and burn just like Revolution 60.
Anyway,
Yeah.
next picture.
Yeah,
Alright.
let's move on before I get an aneurysm.
Okay, this one.
I think this one's pretty neat.
This one's not bad.
It's not
So,
bad
I have a
because it's so
question for y'all.
simple.
Who of us is not blocked by Barana Wu?
I'm
not.
blocked.
I'm not blocked.
Give me a second to check.
Oh,
How
well.
about we Twitter out the stream?
No.
Fucking
No.
why?
Coda, you
Have
can
us
do that
spread
when
out.
it's on your. Coda, you can do that when it's on your channel.
She's-
I
Jesse
am not.
Hugh.
Block bot.
Really? I'm not on the block. I'm on the block pot though. She doesn't have me blocked.
Wait, Cody, you're on the block bot?
bar.
I'm on all three.
Oh, kiss my ass. I've been trying to get on the thing
Okay,
for a
I'm
while.
on the next one now. What the heck? Is that Worf as a chick?
No, it's a
Figures
female
here.
Klingon.
I have no clue. I don't know what's going on, and like this painting is like fucking neutral. I have nothing good or bad to say about it. Surprisingly enough.
It
Time to
seems that
get
Frank
caught
Wu
up
is
on my
better
work.
at
What's
drawing faces than anything else.
We're streaming, buddy, so everything's being recorded now.
I ain't giving a fuck.
It's being
Hooray!
recorded more than
You
usual.
will, Gooby.
So, Mr. Thyton, so you know what we're doing. We are critiquing the amazing, amazing works of the 4-time Hugo Award winner, Frank Wu.
Woo! Alright, there's one thing I need to point out about this picture, and take a look at her index finger.
Oh wow, I didn't notice that till now.
Yep, the foreshortening is
Does
fucked.
someone want to link me the pic because I'm on the acrylic painting?
Click the right
Alright,
arrow.
next.
It's on the Earthling's picture. Ugly bags are mostly water. And if you take a look at her thumb and index finger, it's very, very poorly foreshortened.
It looks shriveled.
Her finger and her thumb, they got blown off in the war.
It looks like a circumcised penis. That's pretty much what it looks like.
Sheena's finger.
Wow. Why is
I'm
the
not
hand
sure
so
what he was
small?
trying to go for with that.
Why is the hand gonna be so
Obviously,
small?
this is propaganda by the the fucking chosen ones, goy.
Ow! Ow, and there's one thing I
Also,
need
the
to
middle
add.
finger is significantly longer than the rest. Unless that is a race-based case, then that also is off.
It's a Klingon.
They're basically humans. with
Klingons
Keep
big
in mind,
don't
I don't-
have different hands from us. Last I checked.
They just have funny-looking heads. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And, you know, the warrior culture bits. Whatever.
alright. Study the neck of her. Study her neck. And take a look at the shape of the neck.
There's no
Not
bone.
long enough.
Yeah, it's basically...
It's a giant wedge.
Well, there's that, but also there's not really proper flexing with the turn.
Yep. And also, the way the neck is attached to the head, right? It's offset. It's like off-center to the base of the skull of the head. So, like, if you look at the right side, right, a lot of the neck that should be there is missing.
Keep in mind, I think that Frank was attempting to do a turning pose, turn point.
Yeah, but
but
like
it failed.
But
Because,
with like all the other features missing, it's like you can't even infer that.
I think that's what he was trying to do, and failed.
Yeah.
Miserably. Yeah, anything else anyone can notice?
I don't know. So here's
You guys will have a very interesting time with the next picture. I'll say
Sorry.
that.
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna say this real quick. Depending on how much I paid for this work, for my cover of my book or whatever, I wouldn't be too displeased with it. It all depends on how much it cost.
Yeah, if you were paying more than like, we'll just say $100, then you got ripped.
Frank will probably charged about over 300 for this.
I'm just saying, if you got paid over 100 for that, you got ripped. But that isn't a half bad one. I would say it's mediocre.
Yeah.
Alright, let's move on
What
to the next
the
one.
fuck?
Oh boy, you're gonna love this.
Oh,
Oh
Like
my
I
gosh!
said-
comic.
This looks like something on DeviantArt.
Man, what is this?
I like the rainbow blue
As
that's
the
spinning.
shark planes circle around him, the Gildilon stabs at the sky with his fire breath.
That's a
The
weird
nimble
choice of words.
planes elude the blast.
Who
Twirling
wants to
the
feel
paint.
the thunder as he rips
Oh,
off his
jeez.
shirt in the thing?
A giant space chicken who comes to Earth.
Wait! I just gotta say that. That giant space chicken is called a Guido lawn. Yes, Guido lawn.
Does he eat graviolis?
So we're getting into Jersey Shore now.
I got nothing.
Mamma mia.
This is just terrible.
Alright, next page.
Alright,
This is-
All right,
hang on.
guys, I'm done.
In the
with
third
Video of
panel?
that character is
Oh,
boring.
look at the third panel. Do you notice the maneuver the shark planes are performing?
Do a barrel
Yeah,
roll.
it's an inverse barrel roll.
Uh-huh. I just can't get over the fact of how ridiculous that one frame on the bottom left is. Who wants to feel the thunder? And he just rips his shirt out. It's like,
Graham,
who the fuck
click on the
does
link.
that?
I
Yes,
think
I-
that's,
and give
here's
us
the thing,
your
I think that's
opinion
more of a
of this
complaint
art.
about the storytelling rather than the artistic
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah.
It is a
It's
very
only-
realistic depiction of someone ripping their flight suit off in a display of mesh
Masculinity, but the
Yes.
problem is he's doing
Is this
it
supposed to be
mid-fucking
fan
flight.
service?
And also, I noticed this. He's supposed to be sitting down in a chair, right? But he's standing up. That's what it looks like. It looks like a standing up pose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Ow.
no, you have to build the cockpits of those shark planes. You have to build them high enough so
Whatever.
that your pilots can stand up and rip their shirts open. Otherwise, how are they going to make people feel the thunder?
I don't know the
Good
context of this image at all.
That
Oh,
is
and
the
one more
context.
One more
Just
thing.
nothing.
One more thing. One more thing. You notice the decal N59Y on the plane?
Hmm?
It's off perspective.
So for
It's
those
not
who
in
are
perspective.
those who are just joining us, that bird is apparently we suspect that he's Frank Wu's persona because we saw
We
him
have to drag
dancing
that
with
into
the main
this.
character in main Revolution 60.
We get it.
Oh,
But
I have
yeah,
to
like
combine
the
people.
only fucking
Going.
thing,
He's
the
a
only
feather
other
bag.
thing I can really note about this is that clearly this shark is meant to be one of two things. It's either a zero or it's supposed to be a flying tiger-esque fucking thing.
I
I
just
thought
have
it
to
was
read.
supposed to be a flying sheenus.
I don't even know anymore, fam.
I have to read this off by Rebecca Gunn in chat. Also, this coloring reminds me of Ken Pender's shitty Photoshop coloring. Lots of burn and dodge.
Yep.
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 Oh,
pretty
God.
Not enough stretched out
God.
Sonic characters, though.
Now that she mentioned it, take a look at Guido's face. You notice something? The eyes are missing. The eyes are missing. Youngblood's disease.
Jesus, you're not wrong.
Anyway, moving
Something seems off about like the laser coming out of his mouth. Like it doesn't seem like it matches. Like for some
It
reason,
It looks
does.
like a
like
cigar.
the sparks are coming out of the top of the beak, even though I don't really think it should.
Wait a minute. Now that you mention it, look at the the center bolt. Look at the ones to the immediate right and left. Then compare like the gun ports. Do these match up at all?
No.
Nope.
The
In fact,
bolts on
also,
the immediate left and right of the center look like they're coming out of the fucking canards or some shit.
it also take a look at the one that's supposed to come out of the mouth. It's coming out the fucking side of the mouth instead of the center.
Jesus.
For that plane.
You see,
This
painted
thing's
on details actually
perspective
work.
is all fucked.
The paneling is crap
That's
too.
why
Look,
this looks like DeviantArt.
all of the panels are basically the same size except for the first one.
I
I-
could do a better job of this.
I think
Very
they did
boring panel work.
I think they did a Sparkle Dog template, like Sparkle Dog Mei, and used the colors from that as the colors of the beam.
Can we move on?
Please.
Next one.
Onwards
It
to Cory
looks-
Doctorow having his brain disassembled by raptors.
I I thought that was
No,
Danny
being
DeVito
assembled.
at first.
No, that's Corey's
I
big help,
don't
Doctor.
even. I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at here.
Okay, so the
I'm the
dinosaurs
trash
are
man.
robotic
I eat
because
garbage.
because that Triceratops, you can see the inside of it, and it looks
Oh my
robotic.
gosh! No, I
And-
can't unsee it. Why do you have to do that to me, Squirrely Jack?
I got nothing. I don't even know what to think about this because I don't even know
Get
what
'em,
the fuck
Hercules.
this anthology is supposed to be.
Huh.
All right.
I like
It
the
They are
has
actually
references and homages
spaceships.
to a different of works by Corey, including I, Robot, Someone Comes to Town, Someone Leaves Town, Overclock, Little Brother, Done Not in the Magic Kingdom, plus Corey's appearances in XKCD. Dear God, did he just seriously reference XKCD?
Yes, and I
Yes.
actually found it. Bottom right-hand corner is Cory Doctorow's hot air balloon from XKCD.
Seriously?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
All I can really say is that this looks pretty damn terrible. because
I
it's
like
like
the
random
title.
crap thrown in without any thought put into it.
I like
But
the
the only
colors,
other thing
though.
I can say is that green and blue makes me feel sick.
The title
It
is
reminds
just
me of the Game Boy.
QQ.
Cory Doctorow's head in space being assembled by dinosaurs. That is the actual title of the piece.
That's funny.
Space robot dinosaurs.
It's like the
Can
title
we-
I come up with when I can't think of a title for something when I post something on Weasel.
This makes me beg for Space Raptor butt invasion again.
Okay, I
Speaking
can
of
tell you the
raptors,
biggest thing wrong with this
Praise
picture.
rap Jesus.
I can tell you the biggest thing that is wrong with this picture. It is too imbalanced in the color department. It needs more purple.
Graham,
Yes.
but what's your thoughts on this?
You're talking about the chicken. You're still talking about the chicken, right?
No,
No.
the
No.
floating head.
The Nets picture. The Nets picture. Click on the right arrow.
Let me.
It looks super pretentious. That is my opinion. It looks
For-
super pretentious.
For this,
What's pretentious about
the
it?
chicken one or the new one that we're looking at?
The floating head with the weird raptors picking pieces out of it or something.
Okay.
Can I offer you an egg in the
They're actually
time?
assembling the head, apparently.
Oh. This is trying to ask me what does it mean, and not really.
It means that nothing is inside Cory Doctorow's head.
Is that a dialect? Is that a dialect?
Dalek?
With train
Dalek.
with
mean
train
Dalek?
trails on it?
A Dalek.
Yeah.
With,
Know yourself,
with
you
trash.
uncultured fuck.
Is that a Dalek with train tracks on it? Well, I mean, with fucking
Yes.
tank.
Yes. Yes.
No, it is
Rails.
not. You are so uncultured. I just no.
It has
R2D2.
slight resemblance to a Dalek, but it's not actually
Very
a Dalek.
slight.
Dalek,
Like
that's what
just
I meant.
this
It's
little
R2D2.
dome on its head looks the same.
Dalek.
Punk rock R2D2.
Jeez.
Even's got a mohawk.
Who is
A
this
little mohawk
asshole?
on
Who is this? Who is this
Frank
bald? Oh,
Danny
Or no,
DeVito.
Do you mean the
person-
subject or the artist?
the subject is what I'm trying
The
to.
subject is Cory Doctorow, the person who got famous for blogging a lot.
Friend
And it
of,
looks like he's
John
Danny
Scalzi.
DeVito.
Remember we talked about him in a video a while back.
We have.
So what
Yeah.
he does is he gets into the ring and he starts throwing garbage everywhere.
Maybe we
That
We're
raptor
talking
tail
about the
looks like
same
he's got
person?
hair. Hair on the side, like Danny DeVito, so he looks like Danny DeVito.
Anyway, any other thoughts before I move on?
I'm the trash man.
No.
Okay,
Yeah, that's more or less my thoughts. Trash man.
next page.
I eat garbage.
Oh god,
Garbage,
look at the
garbage.
perspective
What
of
the
this.
heck?
American dinosaurs.
Just
This
look at
is
the perspective. Where
this
the
is
fuck do I begin?
this is about who's dinging? But anyway, this is about the South, isn't it?
No, can we
It's
also notice that that's a German Panzer?
Yeah. Yeah, this is.
Oh my god.
really-
Part of a series called Time Traveling Dinosaurs Playing Guitar. So maybe they're just stealing artifacts from different points in history.
Yeah, but the thing's on fire.
This is stupid.
Yeah.
Alright,
What
Alright.
happened?
I would
know
like
what
to
they
know
start.
why they have guitars if they were in the
Use the
American
Raptor
Revolution. And like, you know what? I'm reading way too much into this. This is
Okay.
fucking stupid.
let me start
And a
picking
Nazi
apart this
tank.
picture. Alright, the first thing first, right? You notice the tank tread on the wheel of the tank to the bottom left? You notice how the tank tread wraps around the wheel, right? At the bottom part, there's more of the tread sticking out from the side of the wheel than on the top part.
Oh wow.
Yep. And then if you notice, right, if you draw a line on the tank treads and then draw a line on the barrel of the tank cannon, you notice something. They don't
The
align.
dinosaurs
center.
bent it.
They don't align to a vanishing point. They're almost.
Well, okay. To be
Yeah.
fair,
Yeah.
fair, it's the tank's on fire, so it could be melting.
Not
Yeah,
to mention
like the
tank
dinosaurs
barrels
just
don't
meant
stay
to-
in one
Did
position.
you look at like the bottom right of the picture and notice also what I noticed, that the fucking right's, well, I guess left from that perspective, but whatever. The fucking thing on the bottom right, how there's no tank tread on it whatsoever. It's just a solid hunk.
Oh wow.
So Rebecca Gunn in chat says Urka.
There's a little swastika on the tank.
Didn't
Yeah.
I just say that a minute ago?
Sorry.
I don't know, maybe.
Also, you notice how with the dinosaur, right? And if you notice like the dinosaur and the tank where it's supposed to stand in the tank, right? You would notice that the dinosaur is floating at least 2 feet above the tank.
Because he's
Listen.
jumping.
I have to play devil's advocate here. When you time travel so fast that your Panzer tank catches on fire, you would be jumping too.
Hey, it's like doing a little Mario jump with like one leg up, like doodling.
Yeah.
Speaking of the dinosaur himself, oh god, this is what happens when you put detail over form. Like, oh my god, the shading is just all over the place when it comes to the dinosaur. It looks like he's focusing more on the details of that dinosaur than the overall form. So it just ends up looking really, really flat. Another thing, at this perspective, the guitar is supposed to be pointed away from us, and we're supposed to be looking at it from the bottom. So in other words, you see that side, you see that thing above the guitar body, where it shows like the side parts of the guitar. It makes it look like the guitar is actually pointed like facing below us instead of above us.
He dropped his guitar.
It just looks so deformed. Oh my god. It's like Franco has no idea how to do perspective or foreshortening. Look at the dinosaur in the background. He's not even trying to put that dinosaur in this scene. It's like 10 feet above the tank, and it's like 10 miles away instead of a few meters away.
Like, it looks like he's not even like on the same perspective. Like he's like standing like on a perfectly horizontal plane, whereas the tank is like slanted. So yeah.
I know. This whole thing looks orthographic as a result, instead of a 2 to 3 point perspective.
Yeah. The front dinosaur's leg looks like it's made of paper.
Paper mache.
Like it just looks
After
so
you
flat.
time traveled so hard your Panzer tank, you would feel like paper too.
Stop trying to white knife for Frank.
It's
Jeez.
the Mario movie version of Yoshi, but in Paper Mario.
No.
That's what it is.
No.
Rebecca Gunn, I'm confused. Is it meant to be patriotic, or is it some kind of metaphor of hipster suggestion? Oh, excuse me. Or is it some kind of hipster suggestion that American patriotism needs to die like the dinosaurs?
Yes.
Everybody, get up, get off.
And someone says, I
Everybody
think that the
fuck the
dinosaur is defeating
dinosaur.
Hitler.
Can
Well,
we just
you-
skip? I don't want to look at this anymore. Frank Wu is slowly killing my love of dinosaurs.
It's an our dinosaur
Well, we
pick
got-
though, for the next one.
We got
I'm
4
Next
going
one.
more
to-
dinosaur picks to go.
More
Okay.
dinosaurs with guitars.
So does Frank Wu draw the cover art for If You Were a Dinosaur, My Love?
I'm just gonna lick this fucking AC adapter so I don't have to deal with this shit anymore. Goodbye, world.
And no, I win the bet. Templar did it. Templar's the first one to go.
The pink dinosaur looks like it has a dick for a neck. Like it looks like a
And-
phallus.
And the green
Oh my
dinosaur
god,
has
you're
a
right.
wing.
Then, like, you see that thing, that darkened grove on the side of the pink dinosaur's neck? That looks like a throbbing vein on the side of a dick.
And his head looks like a glans.
Why does the green dinosaur have a tiny little wing?
It's a dragon. It's a dragon
only-
and a dick.
Why only one wing then?
I'm just looking
Is it a
at the
one-winged
pose.
dinosaur?
Guessing the other
Yes,
It's like,
one
wait, whoa. Look near the fucking microphone, and you'll notice there's hover hand.
Sepasaurus off.
Oh my
No,
god,
there's
you're right.
hover hand.
Like, look at the shoulder, like where the shoulder is supposed to be on that green dinosaur, and you notice the arm position does not even match
No,
on the microphone hand.
The pink dinosaur's hand is doing hover hand, though.
That too.
Not like
So-
a little stubby chode arm.
Meshka, what is your thought on this picture?
No, it's very abstract-ish.
Also, you notice something? The forearm of the hand on the guitar is so thin, and yet
Yeah.
the forearm on the hover hand is like stumpy.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
like a chode.
Honestly,
No, I figured out what it is. This is his interpretation of Stalin and Hitler as dinosaurs. Look,
Well, rocking
see,
one
out.
of them
the,
has a
the,
penis
the
head.
guy with the stimpy hand is even
It's a
red,
dickhead.
symbolizing the communism of the Soviet Union. Holy shit.
He's calling communism a dick.
A dino dick.
This whole image is
Oh.
actually an allegory for Bad Dragon, because you got
Wait,
a dick
wait,
and you got a
wait.
dragon, so you got Bad Dragon.
Here's something else. The red dinosaur has those big old fake old time black people lips. Just colored yellow.
Wait, what?
Look at the lips
Oh
on the
my
red dinosaur.
god.
Oh,
It's
Oh my
Dino Black.
Mama's little baby loves shortening, Mama's little baby loves shortening bread.
there we go.
Oh, and let's see. If you look at a pink dinosaur tail, right, you notice how it's attached to the body, right? It's attached properly, as in the tail is an extension of the torso. Now take a look at the green dinosaur's tail and how it's attached.
Yeah.
It looks like something coming out of its ass.
Well, I can see why this one was
Indubitably.
unpublished.
I'll say this though.
Because
the
it's
color
a penis head.
composition, the color composition of this picture is actually better than most of his other stuff we've seen so far.
Yeah.
And
kinda-
that's about the only thing I can say good about this picture.
And that's not a good thing because
Kinda
we're going
like,
backwards. We're starting with the current stuff and slowly moving back in time to his older stuff. So that is not a good thing.
Yeah. It's kind of like a blacklight painting. Kind of like the colors.
Alright, moving on.
Okay, next picture.
More dinosaurs rocking out again. Rock Band Unity bonus.
It's his fetish.
Oh
so
dear.
Frank Rue's a dirty little scaly.
Yes, and he has
I
a rock
wouldn't
and
be
roll
surprised.
fetish.
I thought he was. Yeah, I thought he was feathered.
Well, he changed.
I guess
Well,
chickens are
feathers,
the descendants of
scales.
raptors, right?
Well, you see, feathers are just fancy scales that let you float in air.
Yes.
Ah, okay. Oh my god, look at
Why is the
look at
bottom
this
one
dinosaur.
glowing?
I don't know.
Why is
The
the bottom one
dinosaur on
glowing?
the bottom only has one arm.
No, it has hand, but no arm.
Yeah, just has a hand just sticking out of the side of his torso.
Oh
Now-
god, the perspective on this picture is just all fucked. Like, look at the Malachite's legs and how it's attached to its body, and then look at its arm. It's like the arm has the same depth away from the viewer as the legs.
I do have to say this. This was for a t-shirt, which means that the color palette that you're working with is limited. So the reason why the dinosaur in the front looks like it's glowing is probably due to the limited color palette available.
Jeez, it's like Frank will learn how to make art look flashy but doesn't know the fundamentals of how to do anatomy or perspective.
Looks like he's playing
you
that
see,
guitar like a
Val,
violin.
Assuming he went to college for this, they have not actually been taught how to do life paintings for decades now.
Alright, Templar, I love you and all, but that was retarded. College does not help you how to draw. I've seen so many fucking people waste at least $10,000 of their college fund going to art school, and they ended up looking even worse for it. I've known a guy who got worse after going
Yes,
through
but
art
that's
college.
not the point I'm getting at. The point is, you are not even taught the fundamentals anymore.
Yep.
And it's like a case of it really fucking shows here. I mean, holy shit, have you looked at the feet? And like the fucking spike thing? It's like his left foot is levitating off the ground.
Yep. Oh, and look at
And his
the
other foot has got like club foot.
And what about the dinosaur laying on top of him? Look at his right foot, right leg, and then look at his left leg.
And one of them's just sticking out of his belly button.
I mean, like, look
Hey,
at
I
it, like
just
his
like
missing a
realized
thigh.
gut
something.
exploder.
Wait, I just realized something. The dinosaur on the bottom, his right leg is being crushed in on itself.
Oh my God! Reverse knee.
That's horrible. No, it's a
Oh my
third
God.
arm. That's what it is. It's a third arm. No,
It's like
no, that's
reverse
where his
knee.
missing arm went. It's really beefy.
Jesus Christ! This thing is like fucking terrible.
We just know it gets worse from here.
You know, Jack. You know
Amazing.
what you should do? You should take a picture of this, pixelize it, and ask Frank Wu to add it to Space Uniform as modern art.
Oh, that's
Because
amazing.
this really is postmodernism at its finest. Like,
There's
fuck
so
the
much-
fundamentals. Let's just throw colors on a canvas and see what happens.
Looks like half of the dinosaur on the bottom looks like half his tail is gone.
It looks like the dinosaur on the bottom started out as a fucking lemon, and then he just decided to add dinosaur features to it.
Lemon.
Lemon dinosaur.
Lemony snickets.
I mean, like, I still can't get over the fact that his legs, like, one of his legs has a reverse knee joint and the other one has a normal knee joint.
It's because his other leg is an arm.
Christ. I bet you he has this look and he's like, kill me now. Existence is pain.
See, he's shaped like a lemon because he's Lemony Snickets and he's been through a series of unfortunate events.
Oh my
Oh, God.
god.
It almost looks like a koala. And he put spikes in it and dinosaur legs.
Anyway,
Indubitably.
moving on.
Yeah.
Oh
This-
boy.
Oh my.
Public warning,
This one's
beware
kinky.
of Hugo Gernsback, threat to public order. Familiarize yourself with the dangers. His
Arachnoid
Arachnoid
berserkers,
berserkers.
his giant sub-marauders, his robotic abominations, weapon designer, super spy, propagandist, commie Pinko Gernsback, Orlando 2015 Worldcon bid. What is this supposed to be?
I think this is supposed to be like a parody of War of the Worlds, because if you look at the Arachno Berserkers, it looks like those walker things that you see in the cover of War of the Worlds.
And it has hentai tentacles.
I don't know. I think this is a bit disrespectful to Hugo Gernsback. Don't you think?
How do you figure?
I love it.
Was he actually a communist?
Yes. I don't know. Probably
I
not.
don't know.
I'm
let me look.
Googling. Hugo Gernsback.
Oh, and I see why this poster actually looks good. The images in this poster are newer versions of images originally painted by Frank R. Paul. So it's not even original. Like, Frank Wu just copied those pictures and just redrew them.
Wow.
Well, that explains why the perspective isn't off. I mean, seriously, like if you take a look at this, right, you just realize, oh wow, when did Frank Wu get good?
But he traced.
Uh-huh.
We need to have a collaboration with Frank Wu and what's his name that did the Captain America picture?
Rob Liefeld?
Yes. Get those two guys
Christ.
working on the same project together.
That doesn't
Fuck
sound
perspective.
at all good.
And I have a better idea. Combine that with the writer Ken Penders.
Yes.
No, kill me
Yes,
now.
let's
kill
create
me
a
now.
monster.
It's a
I
monster.
don't want to live in this world with
It's like
such
having
things.
triple cancer. It's like so cancerous that the cancer has cancer, and that cancer has cancer.
Just fuck perspective. I hate perspective. I want it to die.
Who cares about distance and fucking
Just makes life harder.
Templar, you find anything yet?
everything should be two-dimensional.
I can't find anything about him being a communist. If anything, he was a filthy capitalist who, like, swindled all his writers out of their fucking royalties and shit. So, if anything, why the fuck are the Hugos even named after this faggot?
Alright. Let's move on
Because
to
someone
the
had
next
to be
picture.
named after it.
Wait, what was that, Templar? So before you said, why are the Hugos named after him? What do you say?
The thing you whispered. I think he's ashamed of it.
Huh?
I think he's ashamed of what he said.
I thought that he went AFK. Now let's move on to the next picture.
Orlando, keep watching the skies. Cuba is only 5 minutes away
Okay, he took-
by rocket.
It's another CG drawing.
Yep, it's pretty obviously CG. Either that or it's like, you know, they took a picture and they used Photoshop to digitize it because, like, if you take a look at that, it looks like he just photoshopped three truck images together and add some perspective thingies to them.
The things that are holding the rockets, they're the same thing. They're just copy pasted and then rotated, and that's why their perspective's broken.
What is this man's obsession with communism?
I don't know.
There have only
Maybe
been two
he hates
communism
it that
pictures.
much.
Oh, and you noticed the man in the picture?
This is made
One
last
holding
year.
holding the flag?
Yes.
He is actually pretty short. Like his legs are actually quite stubby in this picture. It's like he started drawing a man on the picture and then he ran out of space at the bottom.
Oh,
I
yeah, I didn't
see
even
it.
notice that at first. I was like, it is really stubby.
Anyway, I guess anything else to say about this one? There's not a whole lot going
There's
on.
nothing much to say about this. I mean, it's just like, you know, a lazy piece of work by Frank Wu, which is why he ended up, you know, he ended up trying to use CG to avoid fucking up the perspective. He ended up fucking it up again because, you know, Photoshop, dependence, and all that.
Now this one, the perspective is broken on purpose in order to make a statement.
Oh, wow. Notice the two dinosaurs are in the same position, because sometimes a captor becomes a captive. What?
Yes, like I said, the perspective is wrong to make a statement.
Oh.
War is peace, freedom is slavery, pneumonia is strength.
This is dumb. Seems like an excuse to make broken perspective and dinosaurs.
Yep. Modernism. Postmodernism, guys and gals.
I guess this guy's fetish is dinosaurs.
And broken perspective. And
Oh,
rock
God,
and roll.
he-
And communism.
Anyway, anything else about this one?
Not much I can say. I mean, like,
It's an
the perspective is
excuse.
broken, but it's on purpose, and it looks gaudy.
It's an excuse.
Coloring just looks drab.
By the
Yeah.
way, we have a comment from Stitch on Twitter about our stream. Stitch says, "Let me know if you need me to bring you the sweet release of death. No one should subjugate themselves to this."
Stitch, if you come in here, you get muted.
Ditch, if you come in here, it's more a case of you're getting thrown over the wall.
But anyway, moving on.
Yeah, we're just gonna throw you over the wall, bent over with QQ.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to go looking for this one. Give me a second.
So Jonish
We could
Aberdeen
just skip
says
it and
about
keep going.
the two-picture dinosaur picture. That's actually my fetish. Like that one comic where the lady copy is overpowered by the lady prisoner. So, and then they swap positions.
Nope.
Why?
Nope. It is Brianna
That's pretty
Wu
funny.
naked.
Oh god, please kill me. Please fucking
Okay,
kill me.
I gotta.
See, this is why you listened to me, and when I said you should just go ahead and skip
Yeah,
it. But no, nobody
that's-
listens to me.
Ooh, I want to see it.
she's also a snake apparently.
Oh
It's
my.
the Great Fairy from Ocarina of Time.
And it's a
Please.
vampire. Brianna Wu is a snake vampire.
Oh, this
She's
is
the
not
Great
loading.
Fairy.
The image that
Where'd you
image
get the
isn't loading
vampire
for me.
part?
Look at the teeth.
Snakes have fangs, Dan.
She's the Great Fairy, but with the smaller nose.
I don't care. You're not wrong in saying it looks like Brianna fucking Wu. That's scary to me.
I
What's wrong?
can't see the
That's wrong.
image.
And this was like April
Look in the chat.
2010? The fuck? The model is Brianna.
Oh god,
my life.
stab
I don't
my
need to see
eyes.
this. I didn't want to see this. I now will never scrub this image from my mind. Thank you very much, Wu.
Someone download it and post it
Fuck.
to VGR.
I can't. I quit that place.
But anyway,
Oh, you noticed something?
He's done with
I
the
noticed
fandom of
something about this
GGR.
picture. Take
Yes.
a look at the length of the arms compared to the length of the torso. You notice anything about it?
I don't know. I kind of skipped the image. I'm not looking at it again.
It's too long. The arms are way too long. So,
Yeah, it
they
looks
end up
like
looking
it.
like. They ended up looking like the arms of those head-crab zombies from Half-Life 1.
So you're saying is he can't even do proper portioning even for his wife.
Yes.
that or Brianna Wu's arms are abnormally long.
I think the problem is looking at like where the armpit is on the one that's facing away. It looks like the shoulders are just stretched upwards, like they're just elongated shoulders. It's weird.
It does look weird. Maybe I'm
I
not
have no idea.
Maybe I'm not used to looking at arms that are just, that aren't just skin over bones, but wow. Look at her left arm. And then compare to the girth of her right arm.
Yeah, we have that
Yes.
same problem again.
Oh, keep in mind that
Oh
one
my
is
God.
starting-
Dinosaur
That
picture.
one is more snake-like than the other one, I think.
So anyway, take a look
Yes.
at the next one.
Hold on.
She's
I found
turning
the
into the
story
Great
that this
Fairy.
is- I found the story that this is based on. You
She's
wanna
becoming
read it?
polygonal.
No, she's turning into a Sonic fan character. Yes, her
Do not
arms are
steal.
turning into noodles.
This is turning into Ken Pender's drawing.
Fucking link
Anyway.
the shit, faggot. Because this has got to be a story that's just great.
It's a long one.
Not as long as those arms.
Tuesday fiction.
Oh god, kill me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with too long, did not read.
March in Paris. The trees.
No!
in the
No,
courtyard
no, no,
have bloomed
no,
in
no,
the mild
no,
weather. Tumbles
Can
of
we
white
no.
flowers hanging just out of reach.
The borders
Stop.
sit in small clutches
Stop.
under the arcades of Building
Stop.
B. Their notebooks open
Stop.
This was
Please.
on their
translated.
knees, making their last frantic revisions of exams.
This was
3
Please
weeks
stop.
left, Richard says.
Please stop.
Tapping his pen against the mathematical formula.
Stop.
Erwin says. I got a box,
Please
yo!
stop.
This was translated from French into English. So
That's
not only
nice.
did someone take all the time to write this out, and well, I guess they didn't edit it. Someone then also took the time to translate it from another language into English. That, yeah.
I got nothing.
Good. 10 out of 10.
Camel Jesus.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say about this one. It's like, what? I hope.
Hey, look, it's the Monkey King.
It's Asgore.
I just have one thing to say about this one. Hey, da da. Hey, da 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 da.
Oh god.
Oh, you notice something about his face? It looks like his chin or his jawline, like evacuated his chin and relocated themselves onto his mustache area between his nose and his lips.
It's neckbeard syndrome. It's a terminal case.
I mean,
We're
look
gonna
at
have to
him. He
lay
has
down.
no chin.
Mm-hmm.
Like this monkey is basically Chin Chan's long lost monkey brother.
We're going to have to perform a special medical procedure.
No, guys.
Harambe.
Yeah. This is actually Harambe, who has ascended into heaven now.
Harambe became Asgore.
Now, why are they throwing all these knives and rockets and whatever the heck the thing that looks like?
Because they didn't get him the first time.
It's
What-
because this is the genocide route.
I was gonna say it looks like those. It has rockets, then knives, then more rockets. But what the heck is that in front
Because
of the
they killed
rockets
him and
on the
then,
bottom?
but then
What
they have
are
to kill him
those?
again because he still knows this.
They're baby
Hillary's
rattles.
secrets.
It's an unused weapon from Revolution 60.
All
Where's the
beads.
scope attached?
It's on
That
the
is
other
the
side.
scope.
Anyway,
They're the
yeah.
scopes for the rockets.
Want to keep going, or any other comments?
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay.
You care
Oh,
for a
what
cup
the
of tea?
fuck?
Abraham Lincoln. What the heck?
Abraham
Franken
Lincoln,
Lincoln.
zombie on the moon.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yep.
And
Frankenhumber?
look, it even included the bullet hole in his forehead.
User joined your channel.
Classy.
Are we doing it live?
We're doing it live.
Yes, we are,
That's like a joke
and
I
we
would
are
make.
suffering. And I hate you all so much right now for making me aware of this thunderous chode.
So I have to.
You
I
know,
have
the
to-
door is
We
right
have
there.
we
You
have
can
a
leave
match
whenever.
going.
You can
Like
leave
everyone
whenever.
else,
I'm
I
not
don't have a
leaving.
file
Two balls
destination.
in deep now, Coda.
No,
Earth
we
is
actually have a bet
burning.
going who kills himself first doing this.
And he has
we
a
can't
Confederate
stop until
flag
it
on his
happens.
suit.
Yes?
Yes, apparently he has now basically burned the world to cinders and is now the
Wow.
last surviving human being and is going to found the more perfect union on Mars. Or the
Really?
moon, or whatever the fuck. I
The
have no
Confederacy.
fucking clue.
Ain't that
I have
just
some
the
things
most
to
least
read
historically
from chat.
accurate thing I've ever seen.
Why is there space
Who can
Abraham
have something
Lincoln?
to read from the chat?
So, with
Okay.
regards to the last with the monkey, it looks like he started on a Chinese style art, but then went fuck it, gotta add lots of green and sci-fi shit. That's from Rebecca Gunn. With regards to this pic,
Earth is
Johnish says Earth is destroyed and he has a Confederate flag on him. No, he's actually on the moon.
fuck.
So the question that I have is, if you are going to send dead Abraham Lincoln with a bullet hole through his head and green skin to the moon, why would you A, put a spacesuit on him, and B, not give him a helmet?
That's a good question.
Well, he's
That's a
undead,
very good
so
question.
Maybe he's a zombie.
So he
Yeah.
can't breathe.
Then why the
Can I
suit?
point out?
Zombie
Can I point out the
Lincoln.
fact? Can I
He's like
point
the
out the fact
astronaut.
that if you project like his upper bust, right, where his neck is going to attach to his shoulders, it does not match up at all with the spacesuit's dimensions.
but you gotta see the tie.
It's almost as if he drew us a Abraham Lincoln portrait and just copy pasted it over a painting of a spacesuit.
It's like Abraham Lincoln in this, I think, is supposed to be like the astronaut from the Vice Quadrant. If none of you have listened to Steam Powered Giraffe, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. So I just said something that was wasted.
It's
alright.
okay.
Always.
Sad face.
Oh
Well,
god.
now you've added something
I-
for us to check out.
All,
Oh,
this-
it's
this-
an alternate version with a hat.
All of this just screams pretentious to me. Every single image on here just some sort of crappy hipster art student bullshit.
Especially this one, I think. It's like there's just a
Now-
Confederate
That's
flag
ironic.
out of nowhere.
Yeah, Frank
Axis
Wu is
Fiber.
Frank was probably one of those examples of those art college kids who basically go, "Hey, I went through art college. That means I am good at art. Am I right?"
We have a suggestion from Axis Fiber in chat. He should have a top hat style
Glass helmet.
glass helmet. And Jonish points out something not a spacesuit. It's the kind of suit that you wear underwater.
And Axis Fiber says,
Wow.
these need defacing. Just add a chat bubble on all his artwork saying, "Why Gamergate?"
This looks like something like Banksy tier pretentious. Because it's just so I don't even know why
You know
there's
what?
a fucking Confederate flag there.
Oh, and
Well, now that
I
you
noticed.
mentioned it,
and-
like I can't get out of my head. It looks like somebody's trying to play whack-a-mole with them, and he's popping out of that diving suit instead of wearing it properly.
This is going to be an
Alright.
attraction at Dismal Land.
Here's a small point, but there's something I noticed that I should point out. You notice the fact that America's on fire, and the smoke is like coming out of it like a thousand miles away from Earth, even though there's no atmosphere to carry the smoke upward.
Yes.
Stop making sense.
Just
It's space
Like-
air. Solar winds. Graviolis.
I just
Oh.
realized something.
Gravioli,
Yes,
Look
gravioli,
at
give
the
me
top
the
pick.
formuoli.
Look at the bullet hole. Then look at the fucking top hat's bullet hole.
It doesn't
Oh.
match.
Well, that's because what Mr.
Listen,
Booth
that top hat was
pushed the
asking
top hat
for it.
over top of him, like down over his eyes before he shot him. He was like, "Ha ha!" Pulled the top hat down and then shot him. So when you put it back up on the top of the head, it doesn't line up.
That's funny. I like
Also,
that. Confirmed.
Also notice that there's ropes at the collar part of the spacesuit. It's almost as if it looks like the sci-fi spacesuit equivalent of a slave collar.
He's trying to be steampunky.
Yeah, it looks more like a diving suit, and diving
It
suits
is a diving
generally
suit.
have ropes there so you can be pulled back up. It no longer want to be on the bottom of the ocean.
That's actually exactly what they are.
I
You
just
can't swim in
realized
those.
something also with the rocket. Do you notice all the fucking gears that are randomly on it? It's almost as if Frank Wu went, glue some gears on it. It's steampunk now.
Let's add random gears that have absolutely no purpose.
So GWSS Delta says when he puts the top hat on, his head expands to fill the space.
Where's GG? Where's that?
I just
Expand
think
head.
Garnish.
I just
Oh, I
think of
see.
the Nope Avi with TF2. Except instead of the neck, it's the head, the top of the head.
Nope.
You know what I think? I think that Frank Wu learns by basically copying. I think Frank Wu learns how to draw by just using Lightbox for everything. Like if you notice, right?
You know what?
He,
I will give
he is
Frank
good
Wu
at
some
copying.
credit here.
He's good at copying like the shapes and stuff of the figures, but he has no idea how to put them together in a coherent image, which is why all these elements look so disparate and so clashy.
And displaced.
Well-
Go ahead.
I got nothing other than this. Nothing. I have nothing.
I kind of like the colors though. The green and purple and orange remind me of Halloween, and it makes me smile.
Actually, that I think about it, yeah, the color composition isn't half bad in this
That
picture.
makes one thing though. That actually makes the red Confederate flag a bit worse though.
Exactly, I hate it.
But you know what? Sale, I will give Frank Wu some credit. At least he didn't learn to draw from a how to draw anime book.
I think whoever
Actually, I
designed the
think he
characters in
might
Revolution
have.
60 did.
Well, I think here's what happens. I think he didn't learn how to draw by doing that, but Brianna Wu certainly did.
That's the
Exactly.
thing that gets me. He can draw the human face. That's pretty well established. So why doesn't he tell her, "You're a terrible artist. Learn to draw"? Why hasn't he told her that?
Or just let him draw the faces.
Yeah.
Maybe he thinks italic faces are hot.
That's another
Either
fetish.
Either that, or maybe because Brianna is like territorial when it comes to doing game dev stuff. It's like, here, let me help you do this, and then Brianna was like, grr.
Yeah, but then why didn't you let him do the spaceship designs?
Because Brianna was like, I can't do this. Can you help me?
But
I have
anyway,
no idea how to italicize this.
we gotta move on because I'm already starting to get tired.
Let me
Alright,
guess.
let's
It
move on.
was started
Next
off
one
like
is worse.
Frank. Oh wait, I said it wrong.
Oh
Frank,
god,
Frank,
more
I
fucking
need you to write
dinosaurs
them
with
shits
guitars.
for me.
Another blacklight painting.
You know, we're not
And
gonna get
it's
through all this
shit.
tonight. Why
Because
don't we
the
split this into
dinosaur
two
is
podcasts?
floating up in the air. It can't even fret the guitar properly. The fucking lights are just blinding out everything. There's a snake that obviously has no means of handling the sticks to play the drums. What the
Listen,
fuck?
it's
I
using
love
its
how
head and
that's
tail.
you're singling out the
But it's
snakes can't play the drums.
I don't think that's a
Wait,
snake.
I think I saw something like this in Final Fantasy.
I'll say this though, you know the lizard at the front? He has a nice butt.
Oh my.
Do you know what this reminds me of? Have you seen the music video for Money for Nothing?
No.
Well, they do this rotoscoped effect over the guitars where they make them look like all glowy like this.
Oh.
Neat.
Yeah, in Dire Straits' Money for Nothing. Also, coincidentally, Dire Straits' Money for Nothing was one of the first times that they did human characters using CG. And it was actually one of the reasons why CG characters became a thing. It was the inspiration for that one show about games that used all CG. What was that called?
Reboot?
Reboot.
Yes, Reboot. The music video for Dire Straits' Money for Nothing was partially inspired Reboot.
Well, what do you know?
And on another note about that, Dire Straits hated that entire album. They were forced to make it because the producers wanted them to make something radio friendly.
Yeah, it's also kind of funny because that song is not very radio friendly. There's a large controversy because they go on about the little, what is it, the little faggot?
The little
That
faggot
little
with the
faggot
little-
with the earring and the makeup. Yeah, buddy, that's his own. Yeah, the little faggot got his own jet airplane.
So in concerts, in order to be more politically correct, they actually changed it to the Little Queenie, which actually is no longer more politically correct, really.
They should have
Thanks,
just stuck with
SJWs.
little faggot.
Yeah.
As time goes on, more and more words become less appropriate and much more triggering.
Which
Just
is
like
why
a word that I
we
just made up
must
off the top of
stick
my
to
head,
words being
genus.
inappropriate at all costs.
I think we're reaching the age of the triggering when it comes to political climate. Like, everything is a bigoted word.
Don't say the word "the." It offends me.
Aw.
Alright, so,
Someone
here's
will have to
something I
talk in
noticed
sign
about the
language,
double
and then that
guitar.
would be offensive.
I noticed something about the double guitar in that picture. The necks are bent.
Wow.
Well, they have to fit the lizard's range of reach, don't they?
Yeah, but that's not how strings work.
Anyway, any other comments?
Time for us to design better guitars for dinosaurs, clearly. The ones that we have aren't cutting it.
Make dinosaur rock great again.
That sounds like an alt-furry presidential platform.
Yes.
Durga from Durga. Durga.
Okay.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna move on to the next.
Yes.
Oh, it's the tank again.
Oh boy.
I think I have reason to believe that he made one model and just kept using it over and over again.
No,
Oh,
this
this one
isn't the
doesn't-
It's
same
his
one.
baby.
This doesn't look like CG, I'll give him that, but
No, this seems like it's the earlier actual drawing version. This isn't the same one.
The laser beam, it looks like it's
It's-
shooting fire.
I mean, it's the same
That's
concept.
not how
but
laser
it's-
beams
The
work.
model's different.
Laser beam.
The laser is so hot that it ignites
This
the
took him-
atmosphere.
2
It's a
days.
freaking laser
This took
beam.
him 2 full days to draw, where he didn't
Well, yeah.
sleep.
Wait, what? He didn't sleep?
Apparently.
No, I know someone who
Listen,
would do
if
that.
I
They'd
knew
get-
what he had to lay next to, I wouldn't sleep either.
What the fuck was that?
Oh my.
Somebody making noise.
Anyway, any comments?
It's Squirrely Jack's.
Didn't you hear my
out a
comment?
defensive screech.
I mean, any more comments?
Nope.
Well,
Move
okay.
on.
I've
You
got
notice-
nothing other.
I got nothing, actually. Oh, boy. But do you notice something, though?
Oh, that next
Look at the
one.
tank treads. Look at the tank treads. They're not even aligned properly.
Ooh,
It's supposed
wow,
to be
no,
like
they
a
aren't.
caterpillar.
Now, take a look at
It's a
it. Like,
titterpillar.
two of them are upwards, two of them are downwards, and then back to the upwards position.
Now, to be fair, if it was over rough terrain, that could happen. If the terrain was uneven.
But it looks like it's like more. It's kind of like it looks like it's extended more to the side than downwards or upwards.
I'm looking
I
at
don't
this
know.
next pic, and I do not understand.
Let's move on.
All right, let's just move on.
Moving along.
It's a
How
Pepsi
is the-
commercial.
What the fuck?
How is the conductor that big?
Maybe it's a metaphor.
Look at the fucking tracks.
So is he-
Look at the train.
is
Look
that-
at the fucking line.
The guy
Everything
holding the
about this
bottle
is
of
terrible.
Coca-Cola, is he supposed to be cut in half?
It looks like Peter Coffin.
Jeez.
Hey, the next one has black female Sargon of Akkad in it.
Oh boy. Any comments for?
Oh, my.
Moved on to that one.
I just have to say,
yeah.
Don't
um,
talk to
fucking
me or
train
my
tracks,
son on the
Sargon.
railroad ever again.
Like, oh my god, look
Um,
at the fucking train track. It's just out of alignment in so many different places. And the crossbars. Oh wow.
I can't
I-
even comprehend what's going on in that picture.
It's
A
so
man-
easy.
a man that's
so...
been cut in half is drinking a Pepsi and is about to be run over by a train, which the train has a massive conductor that's absolutely giant who's leaning out of the side of the train and trying to warn the man about that he's about to be hit
You
by
left out
sticking
the part.
his massive arm outwards
Or-
and forwards.
QQ, he could be taunting the guy that he's about to run
You
over.
left out the part where
And
the
it's shooting
conductor
lasers
bears
everywhere.
a faint
This is for a
resemblance
story.
to
Let's see if I can
Vladimir
find
Putin.
it.
Oopsie man.
Iron Horse.
Oh
Don't,
wow!
because then you're
look at
going
the
to want to read it.
Just look at that
I
photo
can't
of the
say
person
anything that'll make
who
this
wrote it.
more than it already is.
What?
Iron Horse, where?
What happened here?
So
Yeah,
It's happening.
I can't.
GWSS Delta says there are no brakes on this train.
You're not
guess-
wrong.
I can't find it.
I guess the story was so bad that she disowned it as well.
No, the story was actually excellent. She got rid of it because of the cover art.
What?
No, I just made that up.
Anyway, moving on. What the heck?
Hey, look, Hotep Twitter.
I love Hotep Twitter.
And of course, he
Great.
couldn't resist adding a dinosaur or a dragon in the picture.
N.K. Jemisin. Oh boy.
Yup.
Tell us a little bit about Mr. Jameson. Or Miss Jameson.
Day called her a savage, and I agree.
Oh, that Jameson.
Yeah.
What
For some
kind of
reason,
savage is
The
question?
one who can't
Half
write
savage.
and for whom the term half savage is far too kind in description of her fucking writing.
I was gonna say savage like Lady Fuzztail on Twitter savage, or
No. Savage like,
No, as in ooga booga, let me shove in stuff in my mouth to create giant mouth rings. Ooga
Savage.
booga.
Or
Or
that's
Savage
Derek
like
Savage, as in
Alexander.
alternative fuels. Hey, buy my Cool Cat stuff or I'll flag your videos.
Die.
Oh, do you notice something? You look at the statue of the Hotep thing. It looks like that horn thing below her chin, right? It looks like she have a massive erection.
Sheenus.
huge, humongous.
It's a
Humongous
humongous
what?
penis.
Wait.
triggers
wait.
me.
I just figured it out. It's not a penis. What it is she's squatting and thinking. So, due to the fact that the road is black, we can assume that this is in fact a designated shitting street, and he's just appropriated Indian culture for this garbage.
Also, I should point out that the
Cloud
four.
I am
I should
triggered.
also point out that the four characters in the background, they're from Magica.
I was thinking they were.
Looks like the Dark Magician from
You mean they're
Yu-Gi-Oh.
from a game that's no longer going to be available anymore, or playable anymore?
What game?
Aren't they shutting down the servers for Magica?
Oh, what?
No, Magica is peer-to-peer.
Oh, it is? Okay, I know there was some game somewhere in the vein of Magica where they're shutting down the servers.
You mean
Or the matchmaking
Magica
servers.
MOBA?
I don't know, I'll have to look
Whatever.
at it again.
Yeah, let me know. But anyway,
Yeah, we can still play Magica. It's fun.
I need to get to that one. But anyway, any other comments or?
Not really.
All
It's just
hail
In
Hotep Twitter.
In this story, the Earth's atmosphere has become damaged, hence the cover, and the heroine imagines dragons in the swirling clouds.
Magic
What?
Dragons, I love that band.
I picked up the racial and cultural African and Native American visual motifs in this
Why
story.
is he
to
busy
read aloud.
appropriating other cultures?
That's
I don't
Why
know.
is Frank Bruce such a shit?
That triggers me.
He's appropriating
Okay.
other cultures. Why is he such a
one more
shit?
thing I should point out.
Culture appropriation is evil.
One thing I should really point out. You notice how the statue and the mages in the background look also realistic? Now look at the dragon and look at how cartoony it is.
It's from a fur affinity fetish picture of dragons.
Okay,
It looks like it's trying to do autofellation.
I looked it up. Magica
Over.
Wizard Wars is what's having its server shut down, which is the PvP game.
Okay,
Magic
thank you.
itself. is
Who
the,
cares?
Anyway, I gotta go for a bit. I'll be back.
Alright,
The
see you
QQ,
later.
take me with you. Get me
Nope.
out of here.
Don't forget you're here
touch the
forever.
Don't touch the puka.
Alright,
No,
here's the best
that's
part
a
about this
polka
picture
dot
though,
dot
before
dot.
we move on.
The ride
This-
never ends.
This piece was nominated for the BSFA British Science Fiction Award for the best artwork of 2005. Although it
fucking
didn't make the
what?
final ballot.
The BSFA, the butt shit fuck ass. I don't know.
But yeah, seriously, if this is one of the best artwork that was in that science fiction
Yeah, what the hell is the worst?
show, then what the fuck is being shown there? Seriously. Anyways, moving on.
Moving along.
Shit. Fuck
Pick up that
ass.
can. Move along, citizen.
Yeah, okay.
Alright,
What's
okay,
with the
Templar.
car?
Dinosaurs.
It looks like the car is made out of some cheap metal, and they just twisted it, kinda. Like it's a toy car,
Alright.
you know?
And look
This is
at what the
supposed to
woman's
be an
shooting.
homage to Cadillacs and dinosaurs.
I'm pretty
at what-
sure this is an example of like fucking like they do this thing to show why you need to like keep all your lines if you're trying to do something at an angle at like all of them have to be going towards a focus point. That this is why they teach you this, because otherwise
Oh my
you end
god,
up with
the car
shit
is
like
distorted.
this.
The car is distorted as fuck.
Like the woman is distorted as fuck as well, dude.
It's like he drew a woman.
Wait, what did you
copy-pasted her
say
into the
about
picture.
her? She is a beautiful and strong, independent woman.
Stunning and brave.
I'm brave.
She will not let perspective tell her what to do.
Oh, and you notice something about the dinosaur head? It looks copy-pasted over the rest of his body.
Copy, paste,
Yes.
beat. I've also noticed his rear view mirror does not have any reflection, nor do his side view mirror.
Because it's tiny.
What, did he
Also
fucking
because he's
generate
too
this in
lazy.
Unreal or in Unity?
No, because
Yes.
he's too lazy to render the image in backwards.
Well, nobody will notice this giant empty space in the middle of my
New
picture.
special limited super luxury edition of Greetings from Lake Woo.
Alright, one more thing I want to point out is that look at the gun that she's firing back with. Is that really a pistol or a sci-fi high-tech
It's a
vibrator?
laser. I think it's supposed to be a laser pistol.
I mean, just look at the tip. It looks like the end of a phallus.
Listen,
Penis.
Buzztail, I know you're excited about tips, but come on.
Ampa, you got anything to comment about the pistol design?
I'm just wondering where the fucking handle is.
The handle?
He's
You mean
gripping
the
it.
grip?
Because the fucking grip, the fucking angle, the way if you actually look at her face and like draw a line from her eyes, she is clearly holding the gun in such a way that it blocks out her view of vision. You know what? I'm gonna stop right now because I can go on and on.
Oh
and
my
on.
god, I just
This
noticed.
picture is
Yeah, she's
terrible.
twisting the gun.
Oh my god, I just noticed. Where the fuck is her right hand?
It's gone. It's imaginary. It's a hook.
Maybe the gun has two grips. And you gotta hold them both or it doesn't fire. I don't fucking know.
My eyes are starting to itch.
I can't look at this anymore. I mean,
Okay, I'm going on.
yeah, let's move on.
It's
Well,
a boat.
this isn't terrible. I mean, it does yellow and orange, or orange and blue and a bit of red, but other than that, it's
Okay, yeah, the color composition is actually not bad here. Like the orange is a nice
Awesome.
contrast to the blue and the pink.
So why is the Sydney Opera House in this desert?
Yeah, I thought it was like a giant sailboat at first on the sea.
I get that reference.
okay.
Apparently.
Moving on.
I
Nobody
can't really
else
say
did.
much about it. It's just like the only thing I could really say is that
It's
the
kinda
rockets look
nice.
like H.R. Geiger dicks.
Penis.
100% Venus.
And speaking of Geiger and other sorts of horror, yes, it's Cthulhu.
That's not Cthulhu. And who's the dude in the front? Is that Joe Dirt?
Actually, it is Cthulhu. It's called Cthulhu Senryu.
I want to know what Joe Dirt is doing in the Cthulhu picture.
It was part of his journey, but it was cut from the movie.
Now, apparently that is Tom Galloway.
Who?
Literally who?
Someone who purchased the painting. So it's basically literally your character
No,
here
he's
auction.
the. Oh, it is.
Yeah, he purchased the painting.
Hey, look, it's
Did he
Cthulhu
just like
with
say,
a bird
"Hey, I got
beak
money I need
and
to
the evil
literally
eyes.
throw away"? What's a better idea than burning it? Having Frank Wu draw a picture.
I'll say this:
Alright.
like the colors are pretty nice for this one too.
What picture are we on?
I wasn't the only one who like thought those wings and the fucking arms and the chest were like fucking part of the background. Am I?
I didn't even notice them until you pointed it out.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
they
I
were
can
part of the
barely
background
tell
too.
what's
I
going
didn't
on in
know.
this picture, aside from Joe Dirt.
It's just a big
Wait, is that
bunch of
supposed
green.
to be water? I thought those were like, I don't know what.
Like stalagmites.
Yeah.
Hey, Squirrely Jack,
know what?
you notice something?
What?
There's so much green in this picture that you can just slap a Mountain Dew logo in it and sell it on a can.
That's right.
Mountain Dew, it'll make you
Approved
go
by
insane.
the Doritos Pope.
Mountain Dew, it'll make you go insane.
Anyway, moving on. Unless you got anything else to say.
I got nothing. I mean, like, as we go backwards, there's less and less wrong with this artwork.
Okay.
I mean, like, I can't even
Baseball.
get angry at this.
Oh, this is nice.
I mean, the perspective in this
It's
is actually
American.
quite solid.
See, it's
a
red,
little
white,
bit
and
like these
blue, and it
ones.
has a baseball.
Yeah.
This is American.
And this one right here is an example of what a good picture looks like, ladies and gentlemen.
That
You'll notice it's a
baseball?
lot simpler than the other ones.
I mean, like, I noticed only one error. If you take a look at the frontmost solar panel, it's misaligned with the rest of the solar panels. But aside from that, there's really nothing that much wrong with
Well, that
it.
one might have been.
I
on
actually found
purpose.
one more thing. If you look at the panel behind the catching mitt, underneath the arm with the catching mitt, part of the corner of that panel is missing.
And it's probably due to dexterity issues, you know. Like, you can't get that accurate because you have to, like, get really, really into the painting.
Ah.
It's one of those
But
things
either
where
way,
it's a artifact of traditional medium, so I can't really say that much bad about it. It's almost as if it's gotten worse over time. Because this is
Uh-oh, we're
actually
about to
good.
Robots kidnap Val.
Why is everybody getting all fuzzy?
Because
Oh.
we're robots.
We're actually robots, and the botnet code is fading.
Mhm.
But anyway, let's keep going.
I actually like this picture. This is something I would actually pay money for to put on the wall.
Val, I moved on to the next one, and I don't think you're gonna like it as much. That, granted, I blame whoever did the model. I blame whoever did the modeling more so than because that facial expression is just, yeah. But
That is so dark, that facial expression. Yeah, I agree.
Val, what's with your?
Oh my god, everybody's just awfully distorted right now.
Okay, so it's not just me.
Is everyone a robot?
Me, Al?
I
Okay,
can
now
hear
you
you.
sound fine.
I
hear
hear
you
you
a little bit
now. It
better
just
now. I
went
don't know what
for like 5 minutes.
Okay, there's not much I can say about this picture. It looks very, very simple. It looks very, very rough.
Which one are we on?
The butterfly thing, Carolyn.
Butterflies.
Alright, so there's one thing I can notice from this picture, and if you take a look at the butterfly wing on the right, and then try to mirror it to the left, you notice that the bottom lobe of the butterfly wing is missing.
I think it's behind her hair, but yeah.
Yeah, I kind of see it.
It's
I
supposed to be
sort
behind
of
her
see
hair, but you don't really see it enough of it behind her hair, so it actually looks like it's kind of missing.
Yeah.
That's pretty much about it as far as, you know, problems with this picture. It actually looks
Okay.
pretty decent for a rough piece.
We should do this with Grimm's pictures one day. We get a bunch
No.
of Grimm stuff and we'll.
No.
No.
No. And
Yeah.
the one side is actually good. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, proper moment
the
of silence
fuck?
after hearing that
This
one.
is actually good.
Derelict. for the SFWA bulletin for 2005. Oh, I see that this is from over 10 years ago now.
What the fuck?
Oh,
This
yeah,
is actually good. Like, take a look at this. Like that starfish thing, right? Actually looks like it
So,
has some structure,
does this mean
and it's
that-
organic enough that it looks like it's something that's super alien as well.
Does this
So if
mean
it's
that
good, Nev, does that mean
Frank
we don't have to talk
started
about it
good
anymore?
and then he went to shit?
Yes.
Let's keep going.
So it's the Andrew Dobson syndrome.
Keep going.
Dobson's
Dobson
situation
was
is
not-
that he had talent. He wasn't quite as refined.
I mean, like, oh
And
my
the-
god, what
and
the
s-
fuck? Like, this is like we're going into like good territory here. Like, you see the fire? That's a good contrast to the rest of the picture in terms of lighting.
He figured out lighting in this one, and then the ship that he built is actually not too bad.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's one thing I could say about this picture, and it's that the alien, the octopus aliens, kind of look like cardboard cutouts. But that's probably a product of the lighting direction that he's going with. So other than that, I really can't say much about it. It just looks a bit like cutouts.
So let's take a look at the next one.
Mega Man.
Yeah.
LA Con.
Hey, are those? What kind of ships are those? Is that the one on the left? Looks kind of like the one from Revolution 60.
But not shit.
Yes.
I don't know.
What do you
they
do?
look like
Binge
VTOL.
watch Tron?
Like, you know those spaceships in the background? You know what they look like? They look like one of those experimental vertical takeoff and landing crafts that you see in the
VTOL?
military.
Oh, let's go to the next one. It's not a good one.
Oh god.
Not good, but I can say that
Wow.
out of all his dinosaur pics, it's not terrible.
It's definitely
Yeah, it
the best
actually
one.
looks. It's
Great.
actually the best dinosaur picture so far. It's like, yeah, sure, it looks cartoony, but it doesn't look so offensively bad like his more recent dinosaur pictures.
Like a concept like
Like, the
this.
only
pretty
thing
much
I can
has
see
it.
The
wrong
Lego
with
guy.
it
There's a
is-
Lego guy on fire in the right corner.
That's awesome.
He's burning and
Like, the only
burning
thing
and
I can
burning.
really say is that the head is a little big, and like the shoe on the left, the pose is wrong, but
So,
Yeah,
minor
like
Elvis was a
quibbles
lizard
given.
person? Is that what I'm taking away from this?
But
The
no,
whole
like
rock and
it's a
roll
case of
dinosaurs thing.
this is sort of the difference between this thing, which has minor quibs, and the dinosaur thing, where all the of his more recent shit, where the terribleness just fucking assaults you, with no fucking end in sight. You know.
From your channel.
I should also point out that the color composition in this is actually not bad. You get the fire in the background where everything is on fire. You got the Elvis dinosaur in the front, which is clearly, delineated in green. Then you get the background to foreground interaction in the form of fire and the breath of his flames, which,
a
despite
member
having
of
not
DDM.
proper perspective, it actually works if you think about it in terms of a concept
Especially
instead of a
DDM
3D
has no
object.
members.
Nah, yeah.
It's actually that bad. It's wow. How did
Yeah,
he
Gamergate,
turn from
it's a
this
hashtag.
to terrible?
Like this silly rock and roll dinosaur thing. It only works if it's a freaking cartoon, apparently.
So,
All right, let's
you're
move
on
to the
Twitter
next
and
one.
AGG uses Twitter. Does that make you AGG?
Fine,
Yes.
Don't give him attention.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to the next one. I think you're gonna love this.
Emerald
What
City.
the heck?
Yep, I guess he just shat the bed with the colors on this one.
It's like a thing. Yo.
User entered
And then
your
you can
channel.
look down at another thing he once did, where the
And
color's
actually
not bad.
good. an actually good painting of a dinosaur or a dragon.
It's good.
Like, this is actually not bad. The coloring is questionable, but the form and the structure is actually not bad.
Can I have the
Totally
link?
radical.
I just got back.
Welcome back,
Howdy,
Kiki.
y'all.
We're in the era of Frank Wu pictures that were actually good before he went to shit.
Woo! Oh,
Yeah, if you take a look at, hang on a second. Yeah, at this link, you'll see that you take a look at this, and as you can see the bottom picture, it's actually good.
oh
Top
yeah.
picture though is pretty bad though. Like the drawing and the concept is actually not bad, but the coloring choice is just terrible.
Emerald City sounds like a Sonic game zone.
Yeah.
From Wizard of Oz.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like the whole idea of Wizard of Oz. They have to go to the Emerald City to find the wizard.
But wasn't the Emerald City like have like round buildings?
It certainly
I don't know.
did not look like this.
It certainly did not have the Enterprise or whichever ship that is.
All this other shit going on, the Death Star hovering over
We got an
everything,
Emerald
and-
Death Star. We've got Emeralds.
That's
Space
no
Needle.
moon.
It's my
Captain
ass.
John McCall, the USS Enterprise.
We've also got the whatchamacallit tower from whatchamacallit.
A Little
The
Mermaid,
Space
the
Needle.
penis
Space Needle.
tower.
The space.
I just want to know if the
It's the
penis
Space
tower from the
Sheenus.
Little Mermaid is in here, and I'm missing it.
There is no Sheenus Tower.
Okay.
Okie dokie then.
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay.
More
Yeah, we
barf
have
colors.
more dinosaurs and dragons.
And barf colors.
And this is from 2003, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that an arena
Cool.
built out of cars?
Yes.
It's Carhenge.
Yes, that's exactly what
Oh
I
my
was going
god,
to
I just.
recommend. It's
Oh my god, I
Carhenge.
just got it. Carhenge.
It is.
Carnage at Carhenge.
With barf colors.
Yeah.
Listen, I was aware that the Spinosaurus was something that actually existed, but I did not know that they had radioactive breath.
I didn't know that they would barf on a dragon.
Oh,
looks like
did you
they're-
notice something about the Spinosaurus though? He has a pretty wicked underbite. Like if you take a look at his lower jaw, right, and you imagine them being close up to his upper jaw, his lower jaw would extend like a little bit beyond his upper jaw.
That's why the dragon is vomiting. It looks disgusting to him.
And also, I think this is where the roots of over detail, over form, took hold of Frank Wu's art. Because if you study this picture, you realize that Frank Wu spent a lot of time putting the detail in this picture, but not a lot of time basically trying to render form.
The city of forms.
That gives me an idea. You should totally steal this picture and use it as a background portrait to City of Forms.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but wouldn't they get DMCA'd?
Not if you ask permission from Frank Wu.
Woo!
And what's
Implying we get it
guaranteed-
nowadays.
Man, at the rate we're going, we're gonna have to do two per. Anyway, we have to keep going.
Alright.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Well,
This
Bring
next
on the
one-
punishment.
Is it just me, or does that look like a character from Perfect Dark? I can't lay my finger on which character from Perfect Dark. Is it Joanna Dark? Is that Joanna Dark, like, appearance?
Diamond
A little
Heart.
bit. Is it supposed to be like the Invisible Woman?
It's the invisible Sheenus.
What is with your obsession with Sheenuses?
It's
You
a
can thank
Squirrely wants all the sheenuses, don't you know?
basically like this one social justice warrior was trying to convince me that sheenus was a transmisogynistic slur, and I know for a fact that it's just some goofy word that I just came up with, and I googled it too, and it's just some goofy word, and so then I just turned it into a meme.
Is it
actually
because she and penis together
Yes.
makes sheenus?
Yes.
Oh, Christ.
also, as it turns out, sheenus was actually an actual thing for people who own vaginas to be able to pee standing up. It's essentially a prosthetic penis for peeing.
I'm out. Yeah.
Templar, I'm out.
But anyway, what do you guys think of the picture?
It's a mess.
I still think it looks like a cross between Joanna Dark and Cassandra G. Dry.
It actually looks pretty amateurish though, because it looks like it's drawn before he found out how to render various materials, so it just ends up looking very, very pastelish.
You know what's interesting though? If you take a look at the hands, right? How do they look to you?
They kind of look like glass.
Oh no, I mean proportion-wise. They look correct?
Yeah, more or less.
That's one of the things that they'll tell you about a younger artist or somebody who's not quite well trained, because they script their proportions on hands. Very time-consuming and hard to draw. So I will give him a bit of credit for at least having them in proportion with the size
Give
of
him
the
a
character.
hand.
Yeah.
I need a hand fetish in order to get better at hands.
Anyway, moving on.
Yes.
Oh, this looks like a study. Like, look at all these the wooden dolls that he used for studying, and then he drew skulls as well.
The greatest man in all the land.
Oh, it looks like it's an illustration for a story courtesy of guests.
Any comments or something?
Give him a hand, the greatest man
There's
in
nothing much
all
I can
the
say about
land.
this. It's actually not bad. It's like the more we delve deeper, the less we can find wrong with this art.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
The silver guy. What's on his mouth?
Looks like he's biting into some chain.
Oh, it's a cigar.
No, it's a metal bar that he just bit off the end of. Like, you take a look at what he's holding.
Yeah, he bit the end off of something.
It might have been a bone, a hard piece of bread, or a metal bar. Who knows?
Or a sheenus.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for someone to say that.
Anyway,
Detachable sheen.
what the heck am I looking at?
Good question.
Let's see. Positron plus electron equals to H. What?
Hold on.
That's not how that works. That's not how any of that works.
So
Oh,
if
wait,
you combine,
it's proton. Proton plus electron equals to hydrogen.
well, yeah.
Then those
And
eyes
it looks
are
like he
the-
tried to use demonic
face.
runes coming out of the guy's eyes.
Yeah, those eyes. Those are our eyes trying to look at this.
And that's demonic things flying into them.
Yes.
That's pretty much a description of what's going on in this stream. We're looking at at his art, and just, unclean thoughts are entering our minds.
Unclean thoughts of sheenus.
Nope. Unclean
Implying
thoughts
we need
of
to look at this to do that.
Implying.
Self-destruction.
I will never forget the penis dinosaur.
The penis.
No one will ever forget the penis.
Listen, his
dinosaur.
name is Dick Dinosaur,
No.
okay?
His name's Dick. He's
Dick
a dickhead.
Dinosaur.
There's Bulbasaur, there's Boobisaur, and then there's Sheenasaur.
And he's into cock transformation. That's his fetish.
Okay, so moving on. This next one. Yeah.
Oh look, a postcard.
Lake.
Like
It's just a standard postcard. There's not much to say. It's a compilation of his other art inserted into letters in a postcard.
Oh.
Pretty much.
Okay, this next one.
It makes me think of Greetings from Place from Strong Bad Emails.
This is like every annoying Xbox kid squeaker.
Oh look, it's the ginger kid who screamed "Gingers have souls."
Look, it says the angel of my dreams. So Frank Wu
Angle
dreams
of
about
my
ginger
dreams.
kids? Is that what he's trying to say?
The
Yes.
angle of his dreams.
Angle.
So,
of
Ginger
my
squeaker kids. Oh, just this game.
I don't
have
want
a
to be your
gun.
devil.
I don't
I
want
can
it
be
if
your
it doesn't have
angle,
a
but I don't
gun.
want to be your devil.
that is an uncanny impersonation.
boy.
You're gonna get pwned.
That's also
Bitch.
how Shadow the Hedgehog came to be.
Also,
Shut
that
up,
is the
Hedgehog.
post of every
That
single.
seems
So kitty.
Also, you notice the post the kid is on? That is the post of every single superhero that Rob Liefeld created.
Yes.
You know, that pose of arms out.
It has
and
come
just
full
fit
circle.
running.
Except
Like-
there's nothing obscuring the hands.
Or the feet.
I know.
No, there is. You can barely see the feet, actually.
And much like
Yeah.
in Rob Liefeld, if you account for the perspective, you notice like the how his shirt is draped over his chest.
To make it
He
look like
has
he's got boobs.
massive fucking tank pectorals.
Yes.
Either that or he has tits as well.
Christian tits.
No.
And Brandon Anderson.
I'm just gonna pretend like it was intentional in order to copy the Liefeld style. Yeah, it was intentional to copy the Liefeld
Yes.
style. It's a reference.
To his hero.
Can we move on?
Yes.
Moving along.
What the heck?
And we're in surrealist mindfuck.
Hey, look, it's Movie Bob in his youth.
Oh my.
Are you sure you don't mean Booby Bob?
Nah, let's not compare Jay Lake to Movie Bob. But anyway,
Lordy.
yeah, I guess.
This is actually not bad. Like the only thing I can really say about this is that there's absolutely no shading on the Hawaiian T-shirt. It's like some sort of special effect that you add on the green screen, like like one of those green screen effects where you have the photo of yourself, and then you decide to add like a picture of a hat on top of your forehead.
Well, you
Oh
see
please,
that
can we not
magical.
talk about Hat Man?
That Hawaiian shirt is actually magical, and it's the reason why the monsters are running away, because the Hawaiian shirt represents happiness, and those monsters are the evil thoughts leaving.
Oh, and you notice something about the monsters? Some of them have two knee joints.
And one of them has a really nice ass.
Yep.
I'm just gonna have to point this out. The left cheek, not of the monster's ass, of the face, is a little bit bigger than it should be.
All right.
Head
I think it's the
intrigue.
shading.
Probably.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, there's not much wrong in this picture.
Oh, this one is interesting.
Yeah.
Looks like.
I mean,
it's
like
how-
if you take a look at this picture and notice the color composition, it's almost all blue, which makes the red stand out so much more.
I'm noting that almost all his good artwork came from 2003. I'm wondering if there's something to do with that.
I have a theory. Maybe somewhere around
You know what I
2003
think is one of the
to
most unfortunate
2005.
parts of alcohol ingestion?
No. I think there's something to do with something else. Like 2003, 2005, somewhere along that time period, he was betrothed to Brianna Wu, and that's where his art skill got sucked out of him.
Because they started doing bath salts
Because he
together.
lost his will to live.
Anyway, moving on.
Wait, actually, one more thing I want to point out about the picture here. You notice something about the woman in this picture?
Do I have to?
The top of her cranium is actually missing.
Oh my.
He actually committed a very, very fundamental mistake in head drawing, which is the flat skull syndrome.
Maybe
you
she
notice how the
suffers
forehead is
from
a complete
microencephalency.
Yeah, and there's one more thing I also noticed about this picture. Notice how she looks like a certain Disney character?
Let it go.
Well, to be
Let
fair,
it
This was
go.
it was
2003.
before then. So.
I know,
And
but it's just a funny
actually,
coincidence.
Anyway, let's...
so actually, her head, it was designed by Tim Buckley. Because of the flat skull.
And
'cause he
she's
does that a lot.
biting into a fat, balding, supremely cucked Louis C.K.
That's Carl from
No,
Aqua Teen
no,
Hunger
that's
Force.
apparently James Lewis Thurman.
My name
But anyway,
is...
moving on. 'cause
Get off of my
Love
freaking
my
wrist!
My eyes really are starting to itch.
Okay, so some people are very sad that that plane is crashing. At
Oh,
least
look,
the
it's a
little girl.
picture about 9/11.
You mean 7-Eleven?
Oh my god.
okay.
But yeah. The first thing that jumps out at me is the CG plane with its wing basically snapping in half.
So
I
here's the
know.
story. Jetliner crashes into a man's house, but he just discovers that his sleeping daughter has really powerful dreams. Her dreams can prevent this sort of thing from happening. Problem is, if they are to prevent the crash, she will have to never wake up. So he must decide to either let her wake up and have this terrible thing happen, or let her sleep forever.
Magic Kids.
So here's an idea. Why don't they sedate the ever-living heck out of her, right? Buy a new house, mortgage the old house, and when the ownership is fully transferred to somewhere else, then they can wake her up and live a happy life as the plane crashes into the poor sucker's house.
Oh, and you notice something about
We're
the
not
CG
even going
plane?
there.
It's not even a CG plane. It's a photo of a toy plane.
Oh wow.
Yes.
And you notice something about the parts of the plane wing that is broken off?
They're just
There's
photoshopped.
more. No, there's more of the plane that is broken off than it should be.
Yeah.
So Top Hat Coyote in chat says, "Hey baby, want some awoo?"
Oh god.
Tell him that we don't want a woo, there is no a woo here, and that he must stop.
Okay, this next one.
It's like one of those early FPS games where if you jib someone, like there's more body parts that come out of it than when they were alive.
Yes.
That filled with no cat boyfriend.
Monster
I had nothing to
boys,
say about
gas
this.
yourself, heretic.
I don't
It's
know what is going on
aloof.
here.
It's Moon.
Monster people.
Hey look, it's an early experimentation into the creation of Moon Man.
Fucking
Actually-
moon.
Actually, you notice how the face in the picture is like so vague and it's kind of like morphing into something. And you notice the rat thing on the right side, at the bottom right.
Uh-huh.
It's someone
It's an
who's-
Animorphs. It's an Animorphs novel.
where he turned into a clock.
No, he was a clock, then he turned
Clocks
into a
are
guy.
animals now.
No, he was a clock, then he turned into a guy, and then he turned into a rat.
Turned into Iraq.
That's a pretty painful
Then he turned
transformation
into a
right
wig.
there. The wolf paintings. So that is for one corner of the wolf paintings. So
Oh wow,
when
that's
Moon.
some woo.
yes, this is some awoo. So when you combine the four paintings together, they form a picture of an awoo. You have Library Awoo in the upper left-hand corner. You have Worried Girl Awoo in the upper right-hand corner. You have Animorphs Clockman Awoo in the lower left-hand corner, and then you have Girl Who Draws Sparkle Dog art on the computer Awoo in the lower right-hand corner.
No. It's a furry artist and fur affinity getting triggered by criticism on FA.
And the criticism looks like red smoke coming out of the screen.
And with their 4 powers combined, they create Moon.
Oh my
Fucking
god.
Moon.
Like, this is actually a pretty clever concept, but the execution leaves a lot to be desired, though. Like some of the stuff that's going on in the quadrant is very questionable in nature.
The
All right,
Vice
wait.
Quadrant.
Go back to the picture of the woman next to the mirror. Why is Carly Simon? I mean, not Carly Simon. Why is Tess for Monster in front of the mirror?
I don't know.
I don't know why I'm thinking Carly Simon.
Top Hat Coyote says needs more Awoo head pats.
Yes, let's head pat Cop Hat Coyote and Main Drums.
Coyote, how does it feel to be recognized as an e-celeb?
Eric, Bad Owl. Bad Owl.
Who is Varric?
Woo!
Anyway, let's. I'm on
Let's
the
just
one.
move on.
I'm on the one of the lady with the mirror. You any comment on that? That's the next.
She looks very startled at something.
Yeah.
I'm so startled.
Probably the
there's
fact
nothing-
that she's standing on top of a wolf.
Pretty much.
Moving on.
Listen, Coyote, just let me know if you ever start doing fanfics of your followers. It would be pretty amusing.
Okay,
Oh
for
my
the
God,
people
okay.
watching this stream in the future, the answer to the question of how does it feel to be an e-celeb, Top Hat Coyote said, I don't know how it fucking happened. I just shitpost and collect followers.
Sucks. It sucks.
Alright, so the description of this is illustration for the stories This Up by Catherine Wells for the Fantastic Stories magazine. The story is about a woman whose computer controls the universe. The computer keeps acting up and her devilish boss keeps nagging her as she's trying to do her important work.
Actually, her computer is possessed by Vincent van Gogh.
I was gonna say, is her computer possessed by Vincent Price? I know it's not his name. I can't help it. I'm drunk right now.
There's not much I can say about this.
Somebody
moving
help
on.
me.
Yeah, what the heck is this?
It's the Page Master.
It's an unhappy man who wanders into a bookstore where all of the books are books of dreams. His dreams. Dun, dun.
Nights into Dreams.
How many of them are wet dreams? That's my question.
12.
Find the books with the sticky pages.
Wait a minute, the dude on the left, fucking Robin Williams.
Yeah, I was just thinking that myself. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah,
Okay, this one's
I
interesting.
don't,
Joined your channel.
I
Go
don't
away.
know, fam. Is there anything really to be gained by continuing on down the road?
Yeah, we're streaming.
We are doing it.
Do you want me to look around on the other parts of the site?
We are having fun.
Maybe,
Okay.
because at this point it's like, when you get it as far back as 2013, Frank Wu is a competent enough artist, it's just that his recent shit is utter crap.
Yeah, I think we ran out of material to mock from his website. I mean, like, we looked this far back, and yeah, it's actually good. It's like actually good artwork.
Alright, let's see.
Yeah, I think now is a good time to stop.
Oh, okay.
I need to
Time
head out now, like now, actually. So I'll see you guys later.
Good night.
Bye,
Later.
bye.
Later.
I'm gonna
Later.
try actually get a reasonable hour.
Later,
Bad.
Puka.
Cute.
Bye, Blarney.
Okay, see you guys. We'll probably do a stream tomorrow again too. So see you then.
Alright.
Oh,
See ya
bye, Rain.
later.
See ya.